Eat, save, and be merry with low prices and same-day delivery from Amazon Fresh. Whether you're looking for sweet deals on holiday treats or your dream gingerbread house, outshine the tree with holiday deals delivered right to your doorstep. Prime members save even more with deals on thousands of grocery items and up to 50% off on weekly favorites. Celebrate the holiday season with savings and same-day delivery from Amazon Fresh.
Connect directly, bid confidently. At Purple Wave Auction, transparency is key. With no reserves and no hidden surprises, you're connected directly to sellers so you can inspect and bid on quality equipment with confidence. Whether you're looking for ag, construction, or fleet equipment, we're here to ensure a clear, hassle-free experience. Register today at purplewave.com and start bidding with peace of mind. Purple Wave Auction, the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
Do you know the number one thing that surprises engaged couples? Take a guess. The sheer amount of decisions they have to make while planning a wedding. Indoors or outdoors? How many guests? Are kids invited? Controversial. Which cake flavor? Seriously, how do you even begin to figure out what's right for you? That's where Zola comes in. Zola has everything you need to make every wedding decision a piece of cake, from choosing your dream wedding venue and vendors to deciding how to best spend your budget. With tons of customizable wedding websites, save the dates, and invites, every detail will feel like you. Zola will even help you choose the gifts, experiences, and cash funds you really want. The next thing you know, you've planned your whole wedding all in one place. From getting engaged to getting married, Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we will spin.
Quick today, man.
I know. We will spin the category wheel.
Quick.
And then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here is where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Pam, who thought that CrossFit was Jesus' favorite exercise and found a way to answer 14 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
To be a contestant to play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9. KISW.
All patrols, away we go. Welcome to season 19, episode number 4,231. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Head chef is back in the house. 10 meat and potatoes. Signs that you should probably leave the restaurant that you were in.
Yeah, I don't agree with all of them. I agree with some of them. Like,
sure.
Some of them are just obvious. But
Like it's on fire.
Yeah, right. Or you see the cook ripping a cig in the bathroom and not washing his hands after he pooped.
Oh, damn.
Not the cig.
You don't need to see. That's why open kitchens suck.
I had to work at a few open kitchens, and they're just not awesome.
I'd rather not know.
You don't want to know. Well, the problem is this. When it's an open kitchen, you truly are the center of attention. Everyone at every table's watching you, so I don't know, man. Look, man, your testicles itch. You know what I mean? And they itch bad, but it's like I can't scratch them because everyone's staring at me. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to finish making the salad, then dip into walk-in real quick and scratch feverishly.
Yeah, now, some of the stuff on the list is just as simple as probably your age, too.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Like, look, I've gotten to the age where I'll go back home and go to a place in College Park and I'm like, this music's loud.
Sure, yeah.
These people are stupid.
We used to go to lunch at a place. Maybe once a week, typically, or something like that. And you'd sit in there, and it was sketch. I mean, it was There was like a shower curtain in between the cash register and the kitchen type thing.
Yeah, that usually means they have
the
good
teriyaki
food.
joint?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
You did not want to see back there, man.
So
Seriously.
It wasn't that the food was awful. It's just that you didn't feel great after you ate it. You just had that feeling of like, oh, God. So, lo and behold.
The food was good.
Yeah, well, we pick up a city paper or a Stranger, whatever it was at the time, and on the front of this edition are the worst places to eat from a food rating standpoint, hygiene, health, whatever the deal is, in Seattle. And the number one place is the restaurant that we used to go into to lunch.
It was on the list. It wasn't number one.
It was on the front cover.
I'm just saying.
They made the front cover.
Because I used to eat lunch at the number one place with a different buddy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You mean the place?
Yeah, so that's I know our teriyaki.
Where was that? Where was it? Capitol Hill?
Probably closer over here.
Okay.
But I was like, our place is only 5.
So, yeah, let's keep going. We're only fifth worst
It never
place.
stopped me.
Yeah, I mean, some places are just...
remember, they shut down for a couple of days. I can't remember what they said they found in the kitchen, but you're like, oh, my God. So they're closed for a couple of days. They open back up. And in spite of what I'd heard, knowing what their food safety rating was, I'm like, I'm going to go get some teriyaki from that same place, man.
I mean, do you figure some of the older pubs that still have, wiring going everywhere? I used to go to this Chinese restaurant in Ballard that was open for a while, Louis. And I'd sit at the bar in there. Since closed, I think they tried, bless you, I tried to put in like one of those Amazon pickup store type things. I'm not sure if that thing's still there. Louis was, in my mind, some of the best Americanized Chinese food that Seattle had for a long time. Actually, Batman turned me on to that. That was one of his favorite places.
So it was open late.
Yes, and the bar. I mean, it was exactly what you think it was. Like the bottle of Frangelico hadn't been touched in a decade. There were cobwebs coming off of the top shelf liquors that connected each other.
Right.
The TV was like a tube TV.
You can see the pixels on it.
All right. Nothing had ever been changed in the bar area. Now, the dining area was, tablecloths and, typical Chinese, just decent, nice looking dining area. But that bar, man, was a dark place. And there's a couple other those places that I frequent still to this day. Another Chinese restaurant that's still open that I will not name.
Is that the lady who has shots with you?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
She knows. She knows how just when you walk in there, you're like, man, but the food, the problem is the food is so good that you just ignore everything else.
You have to.
I mean, look, I'm not sitting down. I'm getting to go. I'm at the bar. I'm getting a beer. I'm getting my food. I'm getting the hell out of there. But you start smelling fish whenever you walk in. It's one of those things where you're like, well,
it's like any dive place in New Orleans, right? You can go to a fancier, all of the food is good, but you're talking about the cook with a cigarette in his mouth. Like, they're actively cooking your food with the cigarette in their mouth, scratching their armpits, and, you don't care.
Well, didn't you guys work you worked at a pizza place in New Orleans where it was so hot in the back, but you still had to let the dough rise, so to speak?
Got to let the dough rise. It's where we kept the produce, and, on my first day there, they sent me back there to grab something. I don't remember. When I walk into this room, it's just food, and it is just full of pigeons, man. I mean,
so they're all on top of this big giant dough ball.
They're eating dough. They're eating tomatoes, right? So I shoo them out, and I close these back doors. And keep in mind, after I shoo them out, that's the thing about pigeons. Even though they know you're asking them to go away, they only move exactly as far away as they need to.
Yeah.
And then they're all staring at me. So I close the doors, and I walk in, and I tell the guy who's training me that day, I go, dude, all this food is, contaminated, and there's had to be, 40, 50 pigeons. It's like, yeah, look, man, don't worry about it, man. We'll just cover up the footprints when we need the dough. And the tomatoes, we're cutting them up anyway because no one's going to know. But we got to open the doors because it gets too hot. I'm like, I don't think you heard what I said.
So you had to knead out the footprints.
Yeah. Feathers. I mean, dude,
I am convinced that pigeons are aliens.
And why is that?
They're my second. Octopus, number 1. Pigeons, number 2. First of all, they have that sheen on them that looks like metal, right?
Sure.
Multiple colors. Kind of like that paint that they used to put on cars, depending on how the light hit it. It'd change the color of the car. That, number 1. Number 2, you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Yes.
No, you haven't. They just appear. When you watch ducks, there's 6 of them following.
I'd always walking behind mom.
Geese, you see the little babies. Every single bird, you see the babies, except for a pigeon. They just pop out of nowhere.
Where did you see a baby pigeon?
Where'd you see a baby pigeon at?
At a very pigeon place. It was at a bus stop.
Oh, it was a baby pigeon.
It was. There was a whole nest of them.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, maybe it was just, to throw us off. I'll play into it a little bit. Maybe it was just a decoy that was thrown out there because I just saw the nest and the little baby mouths. I didn't actually see.
Oh, you don't
know that they were pigeons.
Pigeons, Yeah, I don't know.
They just adopt random nests of
I
chicks.
don't know. You can't verify that. There's no way.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, it could be any bird.
I've said this before. There was not famous, Jesus. There was just the Chinese place we went to in my town.
All right.
Right? We lived in the Hollywood section of College Park. One day, me and my dad are walking by, and the door's open. And I remember he goes, "Do not look inside that kitchen." I did. And it was...
Was it life-changing?
It was awful. It was like, hey.
Who told you this, your dad?
Yeah. He goes, "Don't look in there."
This is a man who was in Vietnam.
Right.
Don't look in that kitchen. Think about that for a minute. This guy saw unspeakable things.
Correct.
The only thing he could tell you is, do not look in that kitchen.
Right. He won a Bronze Star. Did a tour in 69. He was in the S. And he goes, "Don't look in there." I did. And there was hay on the ground. Pretty sure there was one live chicken.
Fresh. That's when you know it's fresh.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. But we continued to eat there. I did not eat the food because I was a kid for like...
Free range, I think they
maybe
call
like a year. And then as an adult, like, same thing. Like, it looked awful. I mean, it looked like a movie of something awful.
I'm looking into your eyes. This has stuck with you your entire life, Ted.
Well, that, and I swallowed wrong. But either way, looking in that kitchen would have been a, hey, I'm not going to eat in this restaurant. And that's the list we have for you today at 4:30.
Sure. That's exactly right. Nice work. Nice work, man. Time stamped and everything. I was getting there to wrap it up. We are just talking about crappy places to eat. So it seems to me like the worse the cover, the better the food sometimes.
I agree.
So
I agree, man.
To each his own. But either way, you got the whole list coming up of the things that make you say you need to leave a restaurant immediately.
Hey.
As you said, 4:30 coming up.
Yeah, but like I still ate at that teriyaki place plenty.
Yeah, of course. I don't mind the whiskers in my wonton.
That's right. And today is the day that we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We'll spin that category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy's been Pam. It took Pam 13 questions to just get one right.
Damn.
And as we do when we play Big Dummy, I like to do a little men's room poll. Before, let's see, last time was right before Thanksgiving. All right. So we said pick one side and one side only.
Ah, right. Okay.
This is where all the green bean casserole debates came up. As Mike, you said that was your favorite. Made that an option. Obviously, stuffing and mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes were on the list. And here's how the voting went down. If you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, the poll's already up there. So last week's results. Coming in at fourth place, and I think these actually shook out, in my mind, exactly how they should have.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes at 8%.
Oh, already incorrect.
That was number one for a lot of people. They just put 8%. That's it. In third place was green bean casserole with 14% of the vote.
Green bean. That is so wrong to me.
Green bean. Stuffing and mashed potatoes went neck and neck, but stuffing comes in second place with 36% of the votes. Mashed potatoes, 42%. They were your winner if you pick one side. So that's kind of, if I were to take those and say, mashed potatoes number one for me, stuffing is number two, I'll take the green bean casserole before the sweet potatoes, believe it or not. So in my mind, that was the right order.
You guys give my green bean casserole all the bad of the world of how bland it is and how nasty it is. Just plain ass potatoes. That one.
Yes,
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Mashed potatoes are good though, man. They're hard to beat. All right, so today you're going to pick one. All right. You have one option here, and any of these things could happen to you. So option number one, let's just say you took a magical pill, all right? You could look 15 years younger.
Okay.
Now, Steve, if we could look back in time, see, this is the thing. As you get older, 15 years is not the biggest chunk of time anymore. 15 years ago, you were 40.
Correct. Yeah.
So if you looked at a picture of when you were 40 years old, do you really think that you look that much different than you do today?
I don't feel that I look that much different, but as the kids look at a picture of me at 40, the first thing they say is, your beard was black. I'm like, yes, gray hair comes in over time. They've never seen me with a full black beard.
Okay.
Correct.
Just like the pirate.
Yeah, just like the pirate. But that's the only difference.
Okay. So the first pill, you'll look 15 years younger. The second pill, you can eat for the rest of your life whatever you want without gaining weight.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. So, if you choose...
A lot of people can eat. I could only fit in on Twitter. You can eat without gaining weight.
That's right.
Obviously, you can eat without gaining weight if you eat the correct stuff. Mm-hmm. The Genesis, eat whatever you want, whenever you want, as much of it.
Now, if you want to eat healthy, you can lose weight. But either way, you can eat whatever you want and just maintain your weight. So that's the idea.
I don't know anyone who wants to eat healthy. I just know people that choose to eat healthy or have been instructed to eat healthy. But I've never heard anyone say...
You're forced to.
Good God, I love eating this crap.
Yeah, and trust me, last night I looked at a piece of salmon and a salad and I went, that's it?
Right.
Then I got done eating, and I'm like, I'm starving right now. So, yeah. Option number 3, you would have super strength.
All right.
Super strength for the rest of your life, which probably would come in handy as you aged. So think of it that way as far as, a lot of people have degenerative conditions and bones and muscle mass and everything else, but you would still be able to maintain your strength for the rest of your life.
I would start fights.
Just to beat the hell out of people?
Well, I got super strength. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm 60 now. Just like, what are you going to do about it, old timer? Punch him. He slides across the room.
Right.
That is a nice
No one
move.
can mess with you.
Yeah, the bouncer comes over. He's 25, 6 foot, whatever.
So you're saying you're in a club?
Yeah, I got super strength.
All right.
Who's going to stop me?
Yeah.
VIP in Vegas.
Yeah. You know what? Let me through or I'm going to push you over.
What's the age limit on a club? 30, 35? What is it?
So I feel like after about 35, you can still go to a nightclub, but you got to shell out money and be in VIP.
You do.
I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Correct.
So you're the 60-year-old guy in there punching people.
Well, when you say it like that, it's not a great look for me.
And your fourth option. You could be 3 inches taller than you are.
3 inches.
3 inches. Just 3 inches. Which is a modest amount. I mean, it's still decent as far as...
Sure.
Well, you're already 6'4". So to be 6'7", I think would
suck.
Now you're entering the awkward size.
Yeah, I gotta spend more money on clothes, man.
Well, just lying on
like that big brother that's outside all the time.
Yeah.
That guy's got to be 6'9", maybe.
He had to, I hate to do the stereotype. He had to play basketball.
He had to play basketball.
There is absolutely no way they got him to play basketball.
It doesn't mean he was good at basketball.
No, but he had to play. They forced him in.
Every coach said, no, we're putting you on the team. Even like, I'm really not athletic. You don't need to be athletic. You're 6'9", 6'10". You're on the basketball team.
And you're a center. And the football coach said, hey, you're going to be a defensive end or a tight end. And then the basketball coach came in and said, you're not taking my guy.
Right.
Guaranteed.
I will say this. My brother grew up with these kids in our neighborhood that were giant monsters. But they were thick, too. And they love basketball. And after like the sophomore year, whatever school they're at, the football coach was like, no, you're playing football. They both got D1 scholarships.
Oh, damn.
They were that big and physical.
Yeah. So between looking 15 years younger, eating without gaining weight, super strength, or 3 inches taller, what are you guys thinking you're taking?
I'm taking the super strength. I'm a 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
not to pick fights or beat up bouncers at clubs, but just to know I have it.
I'm not taking super strength, for the record.
Oh, you're not taking super strength?
No, it would just be fun to have.
I absolutely am taking super strength.
I'm with you, Steve.
I don't know what I would even do with it. When would it actually come in handy?
That's the whole thing, is that it's one of those things that you'll never really need it, but when you do, it's impressive.
You know, people, you can pick up a car and throw it. And I'm like, right, but what is the scenario that I feel the need to pick up a car and throw it?
You'll never get really tired. When you think about it,
you can still get tired.
As people get old, though, you'll never do the as you're getting up because you're grunting trying to get yourself up and out of a chair.
I think you just do that because you're old now. Because I realize I do it. Like I could be perfectly fine. It's like, oh.
I think eating without gaining weight is kind of dangerous. Because you might not, you never really need to eat healthy again. I mean, if you don't want to,
yeah,
do you still get,
but you're still messing the inside of your body.
About to say, could you still get heart disease and all that stuff?
Yes,
you could.
That's right. You're just not gaining weight.
But people are more worried about looking good than internal health.
Yeah, that's
right. I mean, just as a universal thing, you tell about your guts are liquefied, or like I don't care. I look great without a shirt on.
Yeah, and I had pizza again for dinner and lunch.
Yeah. And it looked
great.
It's basically just a fantasy about eating chips and pizza.
That's a tough one, man. We get donuts every once in a while when the salespeople come in or whatever the deal is.
Yeah.
You look at them and you're trying your best not to eat one.
You are.
You are?
I walk over instantly.
Hell yeah.
And it's like, I'm eating a donut. And then there's these jackasses that cut them in half, so I end up eating a donut in half.
That's me.
Are you the guy?
Yes.
Miles.
Just eat a donut.
No, you can cut them in half.
Yes, you can.
You cut them in half, too?
Well, sometimes, yeah, I want 2 halves.
Do you cut your burger in
Different
half?
flavors.
Do I cut my burger in half?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I just cut my donuts. I don't cut my burger. I was just making sure.
Oh, I'll cut my burger in half sometimes.
See, I think that's sacrilegious.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I like to cut it in half and then hold it up to myself and go, look at this cross section.
Would you ever cut it in 4s?
This cross section. Thank you. Look at this. Well, no. At that point, just order sliders.
Like if I want an 8-ounce burger, burger or someplace like that, I'll cut it. My God. Because
Yeah,
it's
so
a big ass burger like that. Yeah.
Right. I hate taking a bite of a burger and everything slides out the back door.
There's that. Here's your promo.
Maybe go to the bathroom first.
Promo right there, Mike. Taking care of. Put that one in the can.
Ted just crap himself.
Our men's room poll. Pick one. Look 15 years younger. Eat without gaining weight. Super strength. 3 inches taller. Okay, we'll take a break and come back with a game known as Big.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You hear that, America? The mountain is calling. Calling you on this cloudy Tuesday morning with a very important message.
Get off your ass.
So grab an ice cold Mountain Dew, some friends, and do something you'll enjoy even more than the lifestyle content you're keeping up with. The mountain is calling. Answer. Do the do.
I'm Anna Garcia with True Crime News, the podcast. Every crime tells a story. Every story demands justice. True Crime News, the podcast, covers breaking crimes, investigating high-profile and under-the-radar cases. Every week, we dive beyond the headlines, exploring the effects of violent crimes on victims and search for justice. We hope you join us as your weekly source for true crime news. Listen to and follow True Crime News, the podcast, on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Dummy next.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, Joe. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy.
Hello, Joe. Hey, Joe.
What's that?
Nah, put him back on hold. Hello, Jordan. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. Jordan, sober, not sober?
Oh, I'm at work. I'm sober.
All right, Jordan, welcome to Big Dummy.
Sure, yeah.
I'm at work.
I don't know why the sober people always have to preface this. Like, it's okay. You just be sober.
I'm at work.
People
I'm
almost
hammered.
feel bad that they're sober. Like, look, I want you to understand why I'm sober, fellas. I'm either driving or at work. Otherwise, I'm an absolute S show, okay?
All right, Jordan, our Men's Room poll. Pick one. Look 15 years younger. Eat without gaining weight. Super strength or 3 inches taller.
Eat without gaining weight.
All right. What's your weight right now?
I'm 5'9", 165.
Oh, that seems to be right in range, right?
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's eating healthy. If he can eat without gaining weight, that stuff's out the window.
Yeah, like I said, I've never personally met someone who eats healthy because they enjoy it and love it. They have a goal in mind. The doctor told them whatever the hell it is. Like my dad, he started eating healthier. He never really ate unhealthy. Maybe 20 years ago, I don't know what the doctor told him then. But after that, once my mother heard about it, his diet changed. And she went out of town for 3 days. She's like, I come home, I look in the trash. There's like 2 empty gallon vanilla ice cream containers.
Why does he take the trash out? Take the trash out.
I think it was just an oversight.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He may have taken the
Cover
trash
the
out.
tracks.
But my mom, knowing my dad, probably went outside and dug through 3 bags of trash.
Also, I mean, you can revert back to being a child. Like, what's your diet? Like, dino nuggets and ketchup.
Right. That's it, man.
That's it.
All right, Jordan, here is your question. It's multiple choice. 5, 6, 7, or 8. How many gallons of milk does one cow produce a day?
5, 6, 7, or 8. Is that what you said?
What's that? Yeah, 5, 6, 7, or 8.
I'm going to guess 8.
Oh, one and done.
One
Nice job.
Hold on,
Okay.
before we let you go with your one and done big brain there. True or false question for you. True or false? The probability of you drinking a glass of water that contains water that a dinosaur peed in it is almost 100%. True or false?
Oh, I'm going to say true.
That's what makes it good.
You're telling me
Yeah.
that if I pour a glass of water, it's got dinosaur urine in it.
Ancient chicken
At
pee.
least one molecule of dinosaur urine, yes. It passed through a dinosaur, went back to the ocean, and now we're drinking it.
Okay.
Big Dummy.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, sober, not sober?
Sober today.
All right. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, Justin, what are you taking our Men's Room poll? Look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, super strength, or 3 inches taller.
Well, let's see here. I don't want to get any younger because then I can't get into bars. So let's go ahead and let's go super strength.
Super strength. Okay, how old are you?
33.
33.
You could be 18 years old again.
Yeah, but it can't get into bars.
Yeah, but so what? I mean, you still got your ID from now.
I can't get into a bar in Canada.
You look 15 years younger, but you're still 33 years old.
You know, that is a good point, right? You're still
look,
your age.
Dude, I mean, come on, man. Your ID says 33. You just look 18.
Yeah.
I already have a freaking baby face at 33. Yeah, hell
Okay.
no.
All right. Now, all right, Justin, here is your question. In baseball scorekeeping, what number represents the third baseman's position?
Freaking baseball questions. 69.
5. 69. It is 5. Yes.
I don't know why, right? Pitcher, catcher,
Right.
first baseman, 3, second baseman,
third baseman,
4, and then skips over the shortstop.
Why is that?
I said I don't know why. It goes all the way
I think
around.
you just go first, second, third base.
But they're already starting at 3 when you get to first, second, and third.
That
So
is
at that
correct.
point, you might as well include the shortstop.
Okay.
That was saying, man.
It's never made sense to me.
Maybe it's because there's no marker for shortstop.
Like
Well,
a
he's 6.
He is 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the left fielder 7 or the right fielder? I think it's the left fielder.
Left fielder, right?
Yeah.
7, 8, 9.
Yep. 7, 8, 9. All right, your question. The Beatles formed in what English city?
Oh, yeah. Yep, just 4 lads from.
Hannibal Lecter's got one in his backyard.
You got it.
Liverpool.
Very good. Nice job. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Wes. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Well, sober, not sober.
Not sober.
What are you doing this early?
I'm at work.
It's Central Time here, brother. I'm having a Sam Adams cold snap.
Oh,
Where are you at?
nice.
Where are you calling from?
I do declare it's Louisiana.
Oh, lovely.
All right. Okay, Wes, what are you taking? I'm looking 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight. That should be your pick based on where you are.
Yeah, no kidding.
Super strength of 3 inches taller.
So my metabolism's awesome. So I'm taking super strength so I can just bet people that I can't throw with their car on the side.
Okay.
Okay.
If I was in Louisiana and had super strength, I'd start wrestling gators.
You know what? How much do you get paid if you beat a gator, right?
I don't know.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. Like, how much do I get if I beat this gator? Like, who's your biggest gator? What's his name? I'm taking his ass. How much money do I get? $500,
Grab him by the
$1,000.
tail and whirlwind him.
Hey,
Yeah,
Wes,
man, you could throw them in the Lake Pontchartrain.
hey, Wes, does a Beta beer, do they still have that purple haze?
Yes, they still. Yeah. it's
Okay.
still
That is a
down here.
solid
About
beer.
6-7 years ago, they just sent us a care package.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was a really good beer, yes. All right.
Yes, still good.
Here's your question. In 2012, students at MIT hacked the lighting system of an entire building to play what game?
Oh, okay. I'm going to say Tetris.
Bam.
One and done.
All right.
Okay, nice job.
Before we let you go, here we go. 50-50 question for you. Clockwise or counterclockwise, what direction do cyclones spin in the southern hemisphere?
Counterclockwise.
Clockwise. Dang it. Dang it. That's a very Louisiana thing.
Can't burn.
Dang, burn it. I should have known that. Ding, dang,
Dang
burn
it, dude.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, Mitchell.
Matt, sober, not sober.
Sober.
All right, mate. Yeah, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, pick one. Look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, super strength of 3 inches taller.
I'll go eat without gaining weight.
Okay. How much do you weigh?
Not too much. 215 probably.
All right, that's not bad.
Well, at least that way you can eat what you want and won't get heavier. By the way, Ted, Miles, Mike, everyone, some texters reporting out the reason that the shortstop gets skipped over when they're doing the numbers. They say shortstop originally was like a rover between the infield and outfield. Eventually, they decided the best spot was where they play now. Someone else said shortstop wasn't even a regular position. So you had the 4 bases, then 4 players around the field.
Okay.
Then they inserted the shortstop.
Kind of like softball, I thought for a while, had like that in-between player.
Yeah.
Right?
That may have been what it was.
Huh?
Now we know.
I consider myself a knowledgeable person on baseball, but thanks for the info.
Yeah. All right, here is your question. Armando Dippet, Phineas Black, and Ambrose Swat were all headmasters at what fictional school?
School of Hogwarts.
All right, one and done.
All right, before we let you go, right or left, which side of the brain deals with language?
Language is the right side of the brain.
Left.
Oh, you're speaking pretty good for not knowing that. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Tom, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
Tom, welcome to Big Dummy.
There you go, Tom. Just plain old sober.
That's it. Okay, Tom, you're going to look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, have super strength, or be 3 inches taller.
Eat without gaining weight.
There's another vote for that one. What would your favorite wouldn't be a splurge, I guess, at this point, but if you could have one thing without gaining weight a lot of the times, what would you pick?
Oh, probably chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Chips.
Yeah, chips
just
and
chips.
ice cream together.
Yeah, just, right. You'd have dessert every night and chips.
Back to chips. See a theme going on there.
Chips.
Yeah.
Any
Doritos.
kind of chip or just chips? I just want chips.
I mean, if there's no dips involved, it would be cheddar and sour cream Ruffles or
That's what I had today.
Or Cool Ranch Doritos.
If there is dip involved.
And he has Cool Ranch Doritos on his desk.
Plain Ruffles.
You want my Cool Ranch Doritos been sitting on my desk?
No, it's all right.
I don't eat them in front of you. All right, Tom. Here is your question.
I'm going to drink milk.
Giovede is what day of the week in Italian? Giovede.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm going to say Tuesday.
Sunday.
Thursday. Today.
Oh.
All right, today is Giovede. All right. What city is known as the capital of the Silicon Valley?
San Jose.
That is correct, sir.
Well done.
All right.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. That's why the real estate's so high. Those money guys.
Yeah, no kidding. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and horse.
Liquor and horse.
Daniel, sober or not sober?
Sober today.
All right, Daniel. Okay, our men's room poll. Are you going to look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, have super strength, or be 3 inches taller?
I think I'll go with 3 inches taller.
3 inches. What would that make you?
5'11".
Okay.
Because I'm shrinking because I'm getting old now.
I'm shrinking, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Your question. What TV show features a character nicknamed Sweet D?
Yeah, great one.
Oh, that would be Jeff Dunham.
Oh.
And
No.
TV show.
What was that?
I was thinking wasn't a TV show, it was a stand-up comedy act that he did. But Sweet Daddy is what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah, I remember Sweet Daddy. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That is correct. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. All right, your question. What is Dr. Watson's first name?
For some reason I want to say Emily, but that's not it.
He's a dude.
Well, yeah, unless you end up watching, there was another one that had Lucy Liu on it. She was actually Dr. Watson.
Oh, I remember The Mentalist, I believe that was.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Right. Something like that. Anyway, it starts with an E, Edward.
Is it just Doc Watson?
Nope. John.
Chuck.
Chuck Watson. Sherlock Holmes and Chuck Watson. I am Sherlock. I'm Chuck.
Go by Watson.
Yeah. All right, your question. How many eyes do bees have? The flying kind.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. 14?
Wow.
2?
Nope. 5.
5.
5 eyes.
5 eyes.
Except the ones who wear glasses, they technically have 10.
They sell that $50 hamburger. Where's the 50 one?
5 eyes.
5 eyes. Jesus, this place getting expensive.
All right. A biathlon is a combination of what two activities?
This?
Running.
Well, I mean,
Are women involved?
it doesn't matter, right? Pick anybody you want.
Now put
He
your
excelled at that.
How about running and cycling?
Cross-country skiing and shooting.
Wow, so far off there.
You were so close.
Wow. Yeah, right.
Every 4 years, I get pumped for that sport.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Dude, it's like cross-country skiing, and then they got to lay down, calm down their heart rate, and hit some targets.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I'm just like...
What's the practical application of that?
Well, Norway wins almost every time because they ski and hunt.
Oh, that's exactly where it came from. The Norwegians are like, this is how we got food.
Yeah.
So let's make it a sport. All right. Your question, which country's explorers discovered Florida?
Oh, yeah.
Explorers discovered Florida. Would that be...
No. Think St. Augustine.
Yeah, I was thinking like Spain.
There you go.
There you go.
Very good.
Well done. Well done.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
Steve.
What's up?
Steve, are you sober or not sober?
Tomorrow's my 61st birthday, so I'm going to say not sober.
I can tell. All right, Steve, what are you going to do? Look 15 years younger than your old ass? Eat without gaining weight? Super strength or 3 inches taller?
Well, 15 years ago, I didn't look much different than I do now. So I'm just going to have to go with the super strength. Maybe I won't feel so tired.
Okay, that's not a bad call.
Do you get physically bigger or you just have the strength?
I just have the strength.
So it doesn't come with, like,
Muscles and all.
Yeah.
No. Clean up your potty mouth.
Once again, bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
What'd I tell you, Steve?
All right, Steve, no brown words, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, we get you. All right, here's your question. What U.S. state has the most national parks?
Oh, wow. There's a lot. Montana?
That was my guess.
I'll say Alaska.
Nope.
California.
California.
That adds up.
All right, your question, Steve. Mom Corp is the world's largest mega corporation on what TV show?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't watch much TV. I have no idea.
She excels in robots.
Robots?
Yeah. Very futuristic type show.
So not Hee-Haw.
It's Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed? I don't think so.
Okay, let me catch on.
Futurama?
Hey!
Okay.
There you go, man.
Nice job, Steve. Nice job. More Big Dummy coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
Eat, save, and be merry with low prices and same-day delivery from Amazon Fresh. Whether you're looking for sweet deals on holiday treats or your dream gingerbread house, outshine the tree with holiday deals delivered right to your doorstep. Prime members save even more with deals on thousands of grocery items and up to 50% off on weekly favorites. Celebrate the holiday season with savings and same-day delivery from Amazon Fresh.
Connect directly, bid confidently. At Purple Wave Auction, transparency is key. With no reserves and no hidden surprises, you're connected directly to sellers so you can inspect and bid on quality equipment with confidence. Whether you're looking for ag, construction, or fleet equipment, we're here to ensure a clear, hassle-free experience. Register today at purplewave.com and start bidding with peace of mind. Purple Wave Auction, the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
Do you know the number one thing that surprises engaged couples? Take a guess. The sheer amount of decisions they have to make while planning a wedding. Indoors or outdoors? How many guests? Are kids invited? Controversial. Which cake flavor? Seriously, how do you even begin to figure out what's right for you? That's where Zola comes in. Zola has everything you need to make every wedding decision a piece of cake, from choosing your dream wedding venue and vendors to deciding how to best spend your budget. With tons of customizable wedding websites, save the dates, and invites, every detail will feel like you. Zola will even help you choose the gifts, experiences, and cash funds you really want. The next thing you know, you've planned your whole wedding all in one place. From getting engaged to getting married, Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
Hey, what's the easiest way to find out what channel the game's on? Sports on What? Subscribe to the Sports on What app and quickly find the channel for every provider. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Download today.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, good news. We're getting closer to our goal there on Coats for Kids.
Yeah!
As we've teamed up once again with the Washington State Council of Firefighters, do a little good and hopefully put a brand new coat on a kid in need. At least 2,500 coats. If we can do more, that would be awesome.
Yep.
But for only $20, it's a brand new coat made here in the USA for a child in the Pacific Northwest. So if you can, head to KISW.com now and give what you can. Okay, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Rob. Welcome to the men's room.
What's that?
Sober, not sober.
I'm sober. I'm driving.
Okay. That's a good thing, Rob. Okay, pick one on our men's room poll.
It's a humble brag, Miles.
Would you prefer to look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, have super strength, or be 3 inches taller?
Well, I already eat without gaining weight. I'm going to go with super strength.
Super strength it is.
Right.
Okay. What do you do for a living, Rob?
I work construction.
I was going to say, will it come in handy? The answer is yes.
Yeah, but if you have super strength and you work construction, are they just going to have you do more stuff?
No, dude, you can put a nail in with one hammer.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. They're going to make you work more. Well, Rob can handle it. You know, excavator's late. Doesn't matter. Hey, Rob, get on that anymore. Rob can do it. That's right. Rob can do this. He can do that. Yeah, he can get tired of it quick. All right, Rob.
Got to pay me some more.
You know what? That's a good point. All right, Rob, here is your question. In what year did the Mayflower reach America?
1615.
I'll say 1605.
Ted? So you're
It's a
searching
tough
for
one.
You actually went to Plymouth Rock, right?
1642.
1620. 1620.
Well, then, who brought the people over at Jamestown?
I don't know. This is the Mayflower. I had no idea.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that was 1607, right? So
Well, it was the first settlement, sure.
Yeah.
But we don't know what happened to them.
I think I do.
Okay.
Went off in the woods, had a good time.
I still think that is the theory.
But pitched their own, yeah.
Well, that there was always that the natives might have just murdered them because they were, they hadn't seen white people.
Yeah.
There's a new theory out there that they frankly were left there alone by their home country, that finally they made friends with the natives. The natives were like, you want to come with us? And then, yeah.
Because we know how to grow food and stuff.
Right. So if you're a native, you're like, look at these crazy white people. If I'm a white guy, I'm like, look at these. So I think
I like your angle. So the natives look at white people, go, look at these crazy white people. But the white people at natives say, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like what you're packing, mama.
Right, you've only lived in England? You've never seen anybody with dark skin?
That's a good point, man.
Hey, you'd be like, she's beautiful.
My God, look at her.
Only on Telemundo.
Yeah. All right, your question. Who played Stifler's mom in the American Pie movies?
Yeah. Oh. I don't know. I've only ever known her as Stifler's mom, even when I see her in other movies.
Yeah, she's got quite the resurgence these days.
Mm-hmm. And Mike
Matter of fact, I think she's on one of our commercials.
Do her voice, Mike.
Do the new. I've always said, because I think Mike does a great imitation of this woman. And we were saying if she did like tragic news, it would still be funny. Like,
oh, God. There was a horrible crash on I-5 this morning. 4 people are dead. We're doubling down on how many people are dead on the freeway.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. In the wheel again on that one. I have no idea.
Jennifer Coolidge.
How do you not know my name? You've known me for years.
All right, your question. What color does blue litmus paper change in an acid?
Oh, right.
What?
What color does blue litmus paper change to in acid?
Green.
Yellow? Red.
Have you heard of litmus paper before? Or like,
it's been a while.
This passes the litmus test?
Yeah.
That's essentially where it comes from, right? If you pass the litmus test, right? All right. At what city did Bugs Bunny traditionally say he'd made a left turn?
Oh, man.
Or a wrong turn.
Wrong turn, Mike.
Kansas City.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Go Lobos.
Those people love that universe.
They do.
It's great, dude.
All right.
He's getting me. I'm traditionally a one and done kind of guy. This is some good one.
Yeah, they all say that.
Yeah, one and done usually. All right.
It doesn't usually happen.
He's also a great lover and can drink more than anyone. You know that?
Yeah, usually the Mariners make the playoffs.
Yeah, he can bench 400 pounds on an off day.
All right. Your question. The book and movie Watership Down features what animals?
Watership Down.
Watership Down, yes.
Pigs and chickens.
Whales.
Rabbits. Mike, I thought you had read that book or saw the movie or something when you were a kid.
Nah.
No? I heard it's like...
I did not.
Something, like it destroys your childhood if you watch it when you're a kid.
I mean, I watched plenty that destroyed my childhood.
Is that the one where they were ripping the bunnies and they were bleeding everywhere? Or?
I think so, man, maybe.
Okay.
Look, man, all I know is a story about some rabbits.
Cartoon one? Yes.
And people are like, they're like, I was a kid, I watched this movie. It's the story of rabbits doing something. I don't know, but I guess it's pretty freaking tragic.
Yeah.
As you go through it.
Oh, yeah, they're rabid, dude.
Look
at this guy.
I didn't take a look at that.
That's what I'm telling you. That was the one.
This is a kid's movie.
That was the one.
That is not a kid's movie. It's a movie the kids... Let's say The Exorcist is a kid's movie because I showed it in kindergarten.
It gets bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like, just straight up go rabid.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
All right, Rob, your question. What is the only state that borders just one other?
Rated G.
Maine.
You got it.
There you go.
Nice job. Nice job.
Good. What is Watership Down about? Because you're showing me these images.
It's an adventure novel by English author Richard Adams. The story features a small group of rabbits. Although they live in their natural wild environment with burrows, they are anthropomorphized, possessing their own culture, language, proverbs, poetry, and mythology. Evoking epic themes, the novel follows the rabbits as they escape the destruction of their warren and seek a place to establish a new home, encountering perils and temptations.
Why are they bloody?
Let's see.
Why is there blood?
Because they're eating things.
I mean, my God, man.
They don't mind killing.
I guess not.
The journey.
You killed a family of them, Miles.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803, Ron.
Hello, Ron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hookers and below, gentlemen.
Okay, Ron. Are you sober or not sober?
Sober for about another 15 minutes.
What's going on in 15 minutes, Ron?
I'm finishing grocery shopping, and I get started ripping.
Okay.
I say you walk over to the beer fridge, you just crack one.
Yeah, you still pay for it at the counter. They don't care.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to drink liquor.
Why are you not allowed to drink liquor?
Because it turns me into a giant orifice.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Ron. Okay, get to pick one on our men's room poll. Look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, super strength, or be 3 inches taller.
Well, I wasn't that good looking when I was 50, so that's not an option. Humble brag. I'm wearing the same size pants I wore 40 years ago.
Doesn't mean they fit.
So
Nice.
I can eat whatever I want. I'm 6'2", so I'm going with the strength.
Strength it is.
All right.
I just yesterday I wore clothes that I wore 12 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, socks.
All my clothes still fit. It's weird. Makes my wife angry. But I'm like, hey, what do you want me to do, man? All right. Here is your question. Sugarloaf Key, Plantation Key, and Boca Chica Key are off the coast of what state?
Florida.
One and done.
Hold on, before we
Nice
let you
job.
go, let's give you a true or false question. True or false? The first the first Academy Awards back in 1929 lasted only 15 minutes.
Here's Best Picture.
True, there was only like 3 films.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it wasn't on TV.
So, is Florida the only state
that has keys?
that has keys? Is there a key maybe in Georgia or
Maybe
Louisiana?
What is the definition of a key versus right? Because you look at the San Juan Islands, and while they're bigger than the Florida
detached,
Keys,
maybe?
But I mean, are you just an island at that part?
So if you look at the western coast of Delaware and Maryland, there are a string, and also North Carolina.
Right. There's a couple of those little things out
Are
there.
those keys?
But we don't call them keys, and that's the thing. So I don't know. Or maybe it's like, if you go to what is it called, Louisiana, you go to different parishes, and all that means is you're in a different county. But they don't call it a county; they call it a parish. So I wonder if it's something like that.
Okay.
They're not the only one. Florida's not the only state with keys, but it's home to some of the most famous keys in the world.
Okay. What are other states that have keys?
Alaska.
Okay.
Makes sense. I'll
All
take
right.
the Florida keys.
Yeah.
Those Alaska keys. There you go.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whore.
Liquor and horse. Chris, are you sober or not sober?
Sober so far.
All right, Chris. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay,
All right,
pick
here, I
one.
figured it out.
What's
a
that?
key is a small, low-lying coral island, while an island is a large piece of land surrounded by water.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That explains it.
All right, Chris, you're going to pick one. Look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, super strength, or be 3 inches taller.
So I'm going eat without gaining weight, but I had to worry about that. You ever seen that movie Thinner?
Yes.
Oh. Skinnier, and then you can't gain weight.
Okay.
That's a great movie.
I know. Just a thought.
So what'd you go with?
Sorry, what's that?
I said, Chris, which choice did you pick?
I'm thinking the eat without gaining weight because I love food.
Well, dude, I mean, also, you haven't been cursed by a certain group of people, so I think you're okay. You just
Certain group of people.
don't say the name. You're just not getting
A couple of travelers.
right, exactly. You're just not gaining weight.
Right.
You see that movie?
I have seen it.
Oh God, that's good.
I read the book.
That is Stephen King, huh?
It's actually Richard Bachman.
Oh, Richard Bachman.
Was that his pen name?
Yeah.
For them.
Oh, damn it.
All right, here's your question. What does Buenos Aires translate to in English?
I don't know, good air.
You got it. You got it. One and done.
Hang on.
All right, before we let you go, hang on. We have a true or false question for you. See here. True or false? Only 2 people have ever been killed by a cheetah in the wild, Miles.
I'll say false. It's only one.
False. It's probably like 100.
0.
How do they know?
What do you think, Chris?
I think it's false.
0 people.
0. Yeah.
But like Mike said,
Hang on.
I'm going to go visit my buddy in the village 3 miles away.
Right.
And you guys say, all right, man, we'll see you around 10 o'clock tonight. I'm like, cool. I don't make it back. So instead, my wife says, he left us. Oh, this horrible thing. And the elephant guy, it could have been a cheetah. There's no way to know. How do you know?
I'm bringing Cheetos.
Well, now keep in mind, they say how many cheetah deaths have been reported.
Right.
None. How many cheetah deaths? Probably hundreds, man. We're just only talking about it.
Which is fast. Just take them away.
We did get a clarification on the bloody damn rabbits that we have from the text. Rabbits are bloody because they're having a civil war. There's one group of rabbits that want to be farmed. Humans provide safety so that they don't have to worry about other dangers. Just ignore the rabbits who go missing. They're fighting the rabbits who want to be free. So they're pretty sure it's supposed to be commies versus freedom.
No, okay. That's some graphic imagery there.
Yeah. So is war.
That's a good point.
Good point, Mike.
Hello, John. Welcome to the men's room.
Yeah, hello, guys.
Hola. John, sober or not sober?
Jesus, I'm almost sober now, but no, I'm not sober. No,
you're not.
Not sober, John. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. What was that? Who's watching bloody, Nazi rabbit films? And it's like everybody's watching. Like, I've never heard it. When I was on hold, I was like, what are you, who? And I'm like, everybody's got this bloody, rabbit thing?
Yeah.
What did you get messed up on, John?
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
What drug are you on?
Oh, right. No, I smoke. I smoke weed, right? And I had a couple beers, but I mean, I've never heard of the rabbit story. The whole as a kid.
It's called Watership Down. Google it. Look at the images. And ask yourself if you would show it to your own children.
Probably not. I mean, dang.
All right, John, our men's room poll. Pick one. Look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, super strength, or 3 inches taller.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that super strength there. That's a good one.
All right, super strength. All right, John, here is your question. What fruit is grown extensively on Cape Cod?
That's here. That's around here, isn't it?
Cape Cod? No, that's on the other side of the country. It's about as far away as you can be from here.
Okay, mango?
Mangoes. The Cape Cod mango. You know,
Cranberries.
delicious,
I mean-
but cranberries.
Cranberry?
Cranberries. Yeah.
Massachusetts got in the north of the country there, John.
But on the other side.
Okay.
All right, your question. Fat Tuesday is Wednesday Addams' ugly brother. No, Fat Tuesday is another name for what celebration?
Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday. People love celebrating it.
It's Fat Tuesday. It's okay. It's like don't land on a specific day, right? So it's like
it's always on a Tuesday.
Yeah, Fat Tuesday always shows up on a Tuesday.
In a month, you know, what?
Nobody said anything. The only one talking is you.
Yeah, and you're talking to yourself.
Who are you saying what to?
My bad. I figured someone was like trying to. Okay, so like you know, like Thanksgiving is like the last Thursday or whatever of the month or whatever. So it's like not on a specific day.
John, don't sweat that. It's always on a Tuesday, and it's Fat Tuesday. The date might change, but it's always a Tuesday.
Okay. So what's on a Tuesday? Like what's on a
Fat Tuesday?
It's called Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday.
There's another name for it.
Okay, like Thanksgiving, like that.
No, not Thanksgiving.
No.
Carnival?
Like what other?
Mardi Gras. It's Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras, Carnival, Shrove Tuesday, all the same day.
Yeah, no, I was never going to get that.
All right, we know.
We know. Yeah. I just wonder how long it would take you to figure out that you wouldn't know.
I mean, I'm just...
Let's move along. All right, your question. Although he was born William Jefferson Blythe III, we knew our 42nd president by what name?
42nd president? Blythe? What are we on now? We're on like our...
47.
47? Okay, so...
I knew that wouldn't help.
No, let me just... hold on, so like... That's like...
William Jefferson Blythe III.
Hold on, it was like... That's the Bush. That's like when the... or right before then, maybe. Right? Okay, so right, maybe. Okay, so it was like...
Let's stick with the first name.
Hey, John.
Look, I'm trying to think, y'all. Plus, okay, so... like the Bush, like the first Bush. Old one.
Oh, no. I thought I locked that door.
He just got eaten by his meth dealer.
Doggone it, I locked that door.
I mean, I tried, man. I tried. My God, look.
You were nicer than I thought.
There's no weed on earth that puts you in a position like that. Come on.
I just didn't stop talking. I literally wrote meth on a piece of paper.
And I went, oh, that's what it does.
And then I'm assuming?
I mean, look, man, cocaine doesn't do that to you.
No. That had to be meth.
No, it's just weed and alcohol.
I did a test. It doesn't do that to you.
It's just weed and alcohol.
And then he kept talking. He's like, what? You're the one talking.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything. By the way, the answer to that question would be Bill Clinton.
Yes. Oh, William is shortened to Bill.
I was really hoping that would sneak into his brain. But
I've done a little bit of meth in my day.
Do we know why he changed his name to Clinton?
I have absolutely no idea.
All right.
Because I would not have known the answer to that question. That's why I added the 42nd president.
Yeah.
What number are we on now? Like, that's going to matter. Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Yeah. Josh, please tell me you're sober.
I am. I'm a trucker, so I've got to be sober.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, John. Okay, pick one. On our men's room poll, look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, super strength, or 3 inches taller.
Well, 15 years younger, I would have still had my hairline, but I'd probably lose it anyway. So I'm going to go with super strength.
Super strength. Okay.
Yep, super strength, the big winner.
You know what's the big hot spot right now?
What's that?
Istanbul.
Turkey.
Hair transplants?
Is it? Is that just something they're excelling in right now?
I guess so. Or
is it cheaper? I mean,
or maybe it's cheaper because there's like a lot of people that go to Mexico or other countries for certain
get certain prescription drugs to save the money
and certain procedures.
So you're telling me people will pay money to fly to Istanbul to get hair transplants?
Right, where you could do it right here in the States.
I mean, you could. Yep. Good Lord. But I got to think by the time you pay for a ticket to get to Istanbul, put up money for a hotel, like it's going to be about the same price, right? Maybe they have better hair. Who the hell knows?
Oh, they give you some Turkish hair.
Oh, yeah, give me some of that fine Turkish hair. All right, Josh, here is your question. Speaking of Istanbul, Jericho, Cairo, or Alexandria? What is the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world? Istanbul, Jericho, Cairo, or Cairo? Cairo. That would have been my guess, too.
Me too. So rewinding here, I was wondering because Bill Clinton was originally born William Jefferson Blythe III, right? And his father, actually, his birth father had died. His mother remarried, and that was the surname of his stepfather.
Okay, that's how I got it.
All right.
By the way, the answer is Jericho.
Jericho.
In West Bank. I'm sure it's a lovely place to visit this time of year.
I was familiar with the walls.
All right. Your question, what state was the first And what state was the first Six Flags theme park?
Ooh, I used to go there all the time in Illinois, but I'm going to say California.
I'll say Ohio.
Nope.
Florida?
Nope.
Jersey.
Texas.
Texas.
And they called it Six Flags because Texas has had 6 different flags flown there. Hence the name, right?
Fun
because
fact.
it's part of Mexico, part of the United States, part of the Confederacy. Texas, I believe, was its own sovereign state for a while. So, yeah, they named it Six Flags to represent the Six Flags of Texas. Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's a good one.
Learn something new every day, don't you?
Yeah, I'll store that one away.
All right, your question. What is the capital of New Hampshire? It's also the name of a plane that is no longer in service.
I believe a certain type of fruit as well.
Yeah, it is.
That one I'm not sure.
And grape jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Used to go super fast.
Oh, yeah, real fast plane.
Really?
A passenger.
I think there's one down at the museum.
You're right, there is.
Hindenburg?
Hindenburg. That thing was zooming.
Concorde.
Hey, Josh, do us a favor. Hang on the line for us.
More Big Dummy coming up. Get in there. 206-803-ROCK.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance, too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You hear that, America? The mountain is calling. Calling you on this cloudy Tuesday morning with a very important message.
Get off your ass.
So grab an ice cold Mountain Dew, some friends, and do something you'll enjoy even more than the lifestyle content you're keeping up with. The mountain is calling. Answer. Do the do.
I'm Anna Garcia with True Crime News, the podcast. Every crime tells a story. Every story demands justice. True Crime News, the podcast, covers breaking crimes, investigating high-profile and under-the-radar cases. Every week, we dive beyond the headlines, exploring the effects of violent crimes on victims and search for justice. We hope you join us as your weekly source for true crime news. Listen to and follow True Crime News, the podcast, on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW. The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Head chef on the way, 10 Speed of Potatoes has signs you need to leave a restaurant immediately. Coming up at 4:30 right after emails in the game known as Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK. I believe we still have Josh on the line. Josh, you are on question number 4.
All right, Josh, welcome back to the show. Question number 4 for you. Domingo is Spanish for what day of the week? Domingo.
Domingo. Let's go Saturday.
Sunday. Saturday is, I believe, Sabato.
Correct.
Sabato.
Oh, yeah. Sábado Gigante.
Big Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's like a super famous show. You ever seen that?
No.
Oh, it's been running for years, man.
Where? Like on what network?
Is it Univision?
Is it like Univision or Telemundo, one of those?
One of those,
okay.
yeah. It's like a variety show with like different...
Do you speak Spanish?
No say.
But you'll watch it.
Well, there's also a lot of hot
chicks. Okay. There you go. Then Telemundo. Telemundo notorious for that.
SNL did a very good skit on it a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I mean, it's if you're Latino, I mean, you know that show.
Okay.
Plus, it's fun to say.
It is fun to say. All right, Josh, your question. What planet has the shortest day at just 10 hours?
Shortest day. Venus?
I'll say Mercury.
Uranus.
Thank you for guessing that, Ted, but Jupiter. Actually, Venus has the longest day because the day on Venus is 242 days.
Oh, wow.
Its day is faster than its year, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're going.
Right.
Are you ready yet?
Right.
All right.
Got all day to hear about that mistake.
What actor was nicknamed the Muscles from Brussels?
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Muscles from Brussels. He was a...
Arnold.
No, not a bad guess.
He's Austrian. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes, indeed. Can you name either one of the two movies, this is for Ted, that he was in this year?
This year?
I swear to God, just to come up with hints, I was going through the movies that, Bloodsport and all that. No, you can't name them. Yeah. Kill 'Em All 2 and Darkness of Men.
Ironic he was in Darkness of Men.
Yeah, no. I'd have cast it different. All right. In Snow White, what kind of animal heart does the huntsman give to the queen in place of Snow White's?
Is it a deer?
Not a deer?
Not a deer.
Rabbit.
Pig.
Pig heart.
A rabbit heart. A little teeny tiny.
You think they taste good?
What, pig hearts?
Sure. Everything
I've eaten on pig, other than a pickled pig's foot, has been delicious.
I always bring this up. There's that movie where Christian Slater got a baboon heart.
What?
Then he ends up dying. It takes place in Minnesota. Marissa Tomei. I remember a lot about this movie. I can't remember the name of it, but I guarantee you, maybe not Mike, your wife has seen it and she probably likes it.
He got a baboon heart?
Yeah.
This is the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
And then
Untamed Heart.
Untamed Heart.
Oh, my God.
Then what happens? He starts eating bananas?
It's got Rosie Perez.
It's a love story.
He wears chaps.
I don't want to spoil it. Came out 25 years ago.
All right.
It doesn't work.
Your question, how many teeth do adult humans have? These are non-meth addicted adults we're talking about.
I'm not the dentist a lot, but I feel like I should know this, but I think it's around 32.
Hey. Got it.
You got it.
Yeah, Josh, nice job.
You still have all your teeth?
Except for my wisdom teeth. So four missing.
I currently have 30 teeth in my mouth.
Oh, I got an extra. Oh, I do have an extra wisdom tooth.
Can I borrow it?
Because
I got two missing, so if I could borrow your teeth, I could have a full set.
It's floating in my head.
What if you get a fake one? Does that count, or am I down to 31 teeth?
I guess if you got a fake tooth, it's really. Yeah. So if I get two fake teeth, you're still going to be like, oh, you're still 30, man.
Yeah.
That's crap, man.
No. Would you tell an amputee that he doesn't have a leg because it's prosthetic?
Yeah, Mike.
When he goes to bed at night, does he still have 32 teeth in his head?
Well, yeah, I mean, because they're not dentures. Correct. If it's a permanent replacement tooth, but does that count as a tooth to you, or is it still you got 30 teeth and two fakies?
No.
Fake. All right. Hello, Jake. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Jake, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Jake, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, pick one. Look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, have super strength, or be 3 inches taller.
Probably have super strength.
Strength it is.
All right.
Okay.
It'd be awesome to have all 4.
Mm-hmm. All right, your question. What are the 4 states of matter? What are the 4 states of matter?
Gas, solid, liquid.
It's like, I'm trying to think of a clue. People donate those
Say you can
sometimes.
donate it.
Yeah.
Blood?
Plasma? Plasma.
What is the difference?
Between what?
Blood and plasma. I think plasma's in blood, isn't it?
I believe so, because don't they have to, like, spin your blood around to extract the plasma or something like that? I really don't know. I just know we need it. All right, your question. In the computing world, how many bits are in 1 byte?
1,000?
16? 8.
Oh, wow.
8 bits, 1 byte.
I was going to say 10,000.
You can still say that. I just laugh at you.
Ted not know computers.
All right, what was the original title for Jingle Bells?
Original title for Jingle Bells?
Yep.
I have no idea.
I will say they say it in the song itself.
Fun fact.
Jingle All the Way?
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
Dashing through the snow?
Nope.
One Horse Open Sleigh?
One Horse Open Sleigh.
Fun fact, not originally a Christmas movie. It was a Thanksgiving song. Sorry, not a Christmas song. It was a Thanksgiving song.
Jingle Bells?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. I did not know that. All right, your question. Which rock star was the man who fell to earth?
Well, can you say that again?
What rock star was, quote-unquote, the man who fell to earth? They made a movie called The Man Who Fell to Earth, and this rock star played that title character.
Did he have a different name for a little bit?
He did. He did. 2 different colored eyes.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of that before, but I'll just guess and say Ozzy Osbourne.
David Bowie.
So is that when he's Ziggy Stardust?
I don't know if he was. I think that might predate Ziggy Stardust.
Okay.
I think so.
That was David Bowie, by the way.
Yes, that was David Bowie. Oh, when you covered your eye.
Yeah.
I don't know if you meant someone who has an eye patch, which I could not think of anyone, or if you just meant 2 different colored eyes.
Oh, I meant more of the lightning bolt.
Oh.
Did Miles' coworker have 1 eye or 2?
Oh, because he had a glass eye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it depends when you saw him.
All right, fine. I only have 31 teeth. You win.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What is the rarest blood type? What is the rarest blood type?
So it's type O negative? Something like that, type O?
Just O? AB negative. AB negative. Or for lazy people, AB negative.
All right, Jake, question 5.
Question number 5. We return to the world of blood. How many blood types are there?
Oh, there's 7.
8. So you have you have, well, just keep in mind, you have A plus and negative, B positive, sorry. A positive and negative, B positive and negative, AB positive and negative, and O positive and negative.
Yeah.
All right, multiple choice question for you. 88, 98, 108, or 118. How many elements are in the periodic table?
108.
Oh, close. 118. I can't remember how many were on the periodic table when I was in school, but it was a lower number.
I feel like it was 114 was my instinct to say.
Was yours at 114? I don't even know if I was that high back when I was in, maybe I thought I got to high school.
I thought there was like into the 120s.
Not yet. Not yet.
We'll get there.
We will get there. All right. The characters Lock, Shock, and Barrel were characters in what Halloween film?
Halloween Town.
You say Halloween Town?
Yeah. Is that Nightmare Before Christmas?
Nightmare Before Christmas, yes.
That's Oogie Boogie's little minions, if I'm not mistaken.
You Lock, Shock, and Barrel?
Yeah.
All right, Jake, question 8.
Question number 8 for you. In whose memory did Puff Daddy record the song I'll Be Missing You in 1997?
Dude, I wasn't even alive yet. I have no idea.
Yeah, fair enough. That'd be
Tupac?
Biggie. Oh, Biggie.
Biggie, Notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace.
I don't think he's going to write I'll Be Missing You to Tupac.
Yeah, they kind of hated each
Yeah,
other.
from what I heard about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories that he had something to do with it.
All right, your question. What type of fruit juice did Dole sell first?
Pineapple.
That's it.
There you go. An underrated juice, man.
Agreed.
It is so good. By the way, an astute listener out there says plasma is the liquid that carries the blood cells.
Okay.
Now we know.
You would draw it out of your blood.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rob.
Hello, Jesse. Welcome to the men's room.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Jesse, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober. I've been
Okay.
smoking some weed, but not the same as that other guy.
John,
I hope not.
John doesn't know what weed is. All right, Jesse, what are you going to do here? Look 15 years younger, eat without gaining weight, super strength, or 3 inches taller?
I'm going to go with super strength.
That's the big winner today.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse, your question. The band The New Yardbirds changed their name to what?
The New York.
This is a trick question.
No, because there was a band, The Yardbirds.
Right.
And then a couple members kind of switched out. So they went by The New Yardbirds.
The Eagles.
Bee Gees?
No. Miles, you know this, don't you?
Give it to me again.
The New Yardbirds.
What did they become?
Yeah, they changed their name.
I mean,
I'll tell you.
You didn't say Zeppelin, Spencer.
Led
Davis?
Zeppelin.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin.
Well, it depends on what member.
Sure.
You just seem shocked. What did they become?
Yeah.
Did they form into?
Well,
they became derelicts.
Well, I do declare them new Yardbirds.
All right, your question. What was the name of the high school that Will and Carlton attended on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Ooh.
I couldn't even take a guess on that one, guys. I don't know.
Is it Bel Air High?
Bel-Air Academy.
Oh, they went to Bel Air Academy.
Bel Air Academy. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Probably one of the most ridiculous fake basketball scenes you ever seen in your life.
Jesse, just hazard a guess here, but of the 8 million different Friday the 13th movies, what was the first one where he wears his iconic mask?
What?
You know the mask that Jason wears?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to guess the second one.
I'll say the third.
It is the third one.
The third.
Oh, man.
Now I want to go back to the second one. But were you just walking around? I was looking at your face.
I think he just had like a bag over his head.
I was a Jets fan. All right. A filbert is an alternative name for which nut? A filbert.
A walnut.
Almond.
It is often made into a spread.
Cashew.
Hazelnut.
Hazelnut, yep.
Hazelnut.
All right. What company is responsible for Cheerios, Lucky Charms, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Kellogg's?
Oh.
Nope. Be the General. General Mills.
The General. Oh, man.
I do declare I would like some Cheerios. Private.
Take them golden grams, put some cinnamon sugar on them.
Oh, that is what the General likes.
Did I say honey nut?
Well, plain.
I say honey, you say nut. Honey,
Nut.
All right, the National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotation is better known as what? The National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotation.
NASDAQ.
Bam.
Boom.
Got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. I would have never guessed that in 12 million freaking years.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rob.
Hello, Connor. Welcome to the men's room.
Oh, hey guys, how we doing today?
Hola. Doing great, Connor. Sober, not sober?
Sober.
All right, Connor, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, pick one on our men's room poll. Look 15 years younger. Eat without gaining weight. Super strength or 3 inches taller?
Can I put that 3 inches elsewhere?
No. Taller.
Nah. Dang it. I'm going to go super strength.
Super strength.
Technically, it's taller if I'm laying down.
You know what I'm saying? All right, your question. What reality show gave us the catchphrase, "That's hot"?
That's hot.
I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of TV, so.
Venture a guess.
Simple Life.
The Simple Life, yes. The pears.
I don't know what that was called.
That's hot.
Just saw Nicole Richie on a commercial the other day for the first time.
For what?
I don't know, but I was like, look, she's back.
I hope it's like a memory drug. Do you remember me? If you do, don't pay any more attention.
Hey, it's been a minute.
All right.
They used to torment those poor bastards on those farms.
What Simpsons character's last name is Van Houten?
Van Houten?
Van Houten. Houten.
Ooh. I don't know. I really don't.
It's a character.
I don't know. Pass.
Is it the scary dude that works in the school? Seamus?
I mean, Willie the groundskeeper?
Yeah.
Seamus.
He's got a red beard.
I know.
Seamus.
By the way, the answer is Milhouse.
I wondered if it was Milhouse.
I always assumed Milhouse's last name was Milhouse, and everyone just called him that. That's actually his first name.
How foolish.
All right, your question. What musical instrument is traditionally made from termite-hollowed eucalyptus trees? I hope you're...
Bagpipe?
Not a terrible guess.
Violin? The didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
Oh, didgeridoo. We got to think about where termites... Termites are big in Australia.
Oh, they're huge. They're like the Beatles.
Probably the only bug that won't kill you.
Yeah, termites, if they're not in my house, they don't bother me.
They'll kill you by exposure.
All right, your question. What was C.S. Lewis's profession? C.S. Lewis.
Doctor?
What was that?
A doctor?
The writer, right? He was a writer. Yeah, he wrote all the Book of Narnia things.
Dr. C.S. Lewis.
Question 5, Connor.
Question 5. What was Jackie Robinson's number? Every baseball player wears it on, April 15th, I believe?
No, right, because it's retired, so nobody in the league can wear it except on his day.
Correct.
I learned about this one.
It's the answer
47?
to life, the universe, and everything.
47.
42. 42.
Looks an awful lot like Chadwick Boseman.
You're right, because he was the actor at 42.
All right, your question. Multiple choice. Which animal's babies are not called cubs? All right, so which animal's babies are not called cubs? Aardvarks, walruses, foxes, or badgers?
Walrus?
That'd have been my guess,
Badger.
too. Foxes. Oh, foxes have pups.
Pups, yep.
Oh, nice.
But walruses have cub. When you say the word cub, I don't know what. A walrus is the last animal that comes to mind.
What a little fox pup is really cute.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, yeah. Then there's psychos.
All right, your question. According to Lion King, what does Hakuna Matata mean?
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries?
Bam.
All right.
Yes,
nice job,
indeed.
Jesse. Head Chef's coming up. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has signs that you need to leave a restaurant immediately. Coming up at 4:30. And we've got your emails on the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.
Eat, save, and be merry with low prices and same-day delivery from Amazon Fresh. Whether you're looking for sweet deals on holiday treats or your dream gingerbread house, outshine the tree with holiday deals delivered right to your doorstep. Prime members save even more with deals on thousands of grocery items and up to 50% off on weekly favorites. Celebrate the holiday season with savings and same-day delivery from Amazon Fresh.
Connect directly, bid confidently. At Purple Wave Auction, transparency is key. With no reserves and no hidden surprises, you're connected directly to sellers so you can inspect and bid on quality equipment with confidence. Whether you're looking for ag, construction, or fleet equipment, we're here to ensure a clear, hassle-free experience. Register today at purplewave.com and start bidding with peace of mind. Purple Wave Auction, the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
Do you know the number one thing that surprises engaged couples? Take a guess. The sheer amount of decisions they have to make while planning a wedding. Indoors or outdoors? How many guests? Are kids invited? Controversial. Which cake flavor? Seriously, how do you even begin to figure out what's right for you? That's where Zola comes in. Zola has everything you need to make every wedding decision a piece of cake, from choosing your dream wedding venue and vendors to deciding how to best spend your budget. With tons of customizable wedding websites, save the dates, and invites, every detail will feel like you. Zola will even help you choose the gifts, experiences, and cash funds you really want. The next thing you know, you've planned your whole wedding all in one place. From getting engaged to getting married, Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
Are you a bartender that dreads the phrase, hey, can you put the game on? At Sports on What, we understand your pain and we're here to help. Over-the-air, satellite, cable, or streaming, Sports on What knows what channel the game is on, and you can too. Follow your favorite teams, set alerts, and filter by provider to get the results you need. Stop wasting time searching and never miss kickoff again. Just download the Sports on What app, and you'll always know how to watch the game. Available for Android and iOS. Start your 7-day free trial when you download Sports on What and subscribe today.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
1 week from tomorrow, we are doing it live.
Yeah, baby.
As KISW proudly presents Live Night. Friday, December 13th, Showbox Soto. Tickets start at just $35. Get in there, hang with us for a great night of High Wire Radio. Every single thing we do will be live on stage, and you will join us for the show and be a part of our live studio audience.
And we'll see how many times we screw up.
Live Big Dummy, Ted versus the FCC. We will drink and toast with a shot of the day. The Barbershop Quartet. I know you guys had a practice last night with the new originals.
Yes, indeed.
And I heard that Ted and Mike killed it.
Killed it, man. Yeah. Seriously, you guys crushed it.
How about Taryn Daly? How did she do on Father Christmas?
She was great.
She was good.
She was really good, man. I think I was the worst part of that song, and I openly admit that, but she absolutely nailed it.
Vast improvement from the last time she did it.
I don't know enough about music. I mean, Thrill was very worried about his part. I was like, I don't know enough to tell.
Look, if you can't tell, I'm hiding it well. Yeah. When you know, here's the thing, and most musicians know this, if you know you're about to screw up, just stop playing for that beat.
Yeah.
And come back in when you're corrected. Yep. There's nothing worse than hitting the wrong note. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not quite sure what note this is.
All the music, all the sound effects, everything you hear will be live on stage. Computers are not being used or anything else. So it's happening on stage, and you can join us for the show. Tickets are on sale now, KISW.com. Okay, do we have time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com?
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Uno won the birthday today.
That's it, huh?
It says, bitches, I would like to give you, guys, the opportunity to wish a happy birthday to the most prestigious and badass woman in all of Arizona. Her name is Shayla. She gives so much to herself, to so many, works her ass off, and still somehow finds way to be an amazing wife to one of my best friends, an amazing mother to her whole family of, her whole farm of cats, birds, and dogs, neighborhood crows, probably every other living creature running around the desert, and she's always an absolutely amazing friend. Her and her husband, Jesse, are on a UFO tour of some kind down in Sedona, Arizona.
Okay.
All right. That seems about the right part of the country.
So I'd like the captain to tell Shayla about the time that him and Tony the Tiger were partying off the coast of California and encountered aliens. Thanks, bitches, and rock on. That from the real James P. Sullivan.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. I'm not sure how it happened, but everyone seems to think that me and Tony the Tiger saw aliens in California. That's not true. We saw aliens in Barcelona. Now, we didn't know much about extraterrestrials, but we'd heard that they have sometimes abducted people and performed anal probes. And based on that alone, we volunteered to be abducted and told them, get to it. After experiencing an alien anal probe for myself, I'm not sure why people complain about it. Those big-headed, black-eyed, gray-skinned freaks, they certainly know what the old Capitan likes. And also, they found Betty Crocker's wedding ring in there.
Oh.
Anyway, Tony...
Damn!
She was happy to get it back, Mike.
I'm sure.
All's well that ends well is what we say. But Tony the Tiger, he didn't enjoy the process as much as I did, and he had a really bad attitude about it, the whole thing. And that ended up making the aliens so mad, they actually inserted a cheese grater into his rectum. Took 3 days, a lot of petroleum jelly, and Tony's blood-curdling screams to get that out. In fact, he had to stop filming commercials for 7 months so that he could heal. But we did see a UFO in California. Not a flying saucer, but as Tony says, an ugly effing otter pop. He just hates the need of fruit punch. Crunch berries.
Is it Danny V's birthday today?
It is Danny V's birthday today.
Yeah, it is. How old's Danny?
Ooh, there's a
I don't know. He's a young one, right?
I mean,
he looks young.
He looks 38.
young. Yeah.
Wow, he's 38?
38.
What did he look like when he was 20? Like a baby? I mean,
Yeah.
Lord, I would
Now,
never have guessed he was
Is it
38.
Sarah's birthday today or no?
No, her birthday's
Okay.
tomorrow.
So we're not telling her happy birthday.
No, I mean, look, she's leaving town.
Yeah,
She's
but
going to
Danny V,
Vegas.
of course.
I wish I had known that he was there last night at the New Originals practice. And
Wait a minute, is his birthday today or was it yesterday?
It's today.
It is today.
Yeah, Danny V's birthday. So, Danny
why
V, if
there's-
you're listening, happy birthday.
That's why there's
All right,
balloons
guys.
in the other studio.
Here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you. BG.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Mmm, Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meats and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. I think everybody has an opinion on restaurants, right? Sure. Where you eat, what kind of food you like, and everybody also has basically like one deal breaker. Like, I'm not eating in there.
All right.
I knew somebody, when we were younger, they wouldn't eat at a family restaurant.
A specific family restaurant or just family restaurants in general?
You know, sometimes you don't see it as much anymore, but I feel like back in the day, it would specifically say a family restaurant on the side. And you could kind of tell the difference in the food.
Well, sometimes that's home style cooking. Like you get your chicken fried steak or mashed potatoes and gravy. And
Well, but if you put home style cooking on there, I think that says to me it's home style cooking. Family restaurant to me says, we're not the best, but you got a family of 5.
That's what family restaurant means. We feel bad
We're
for
not
you
the
parents,
best.
but your kids will eat here.
well, then
yeah.
they should have liquor.
They don't.
I know that.
Yeah.
Hence, family restaurants.
So everybody has at least one deal breaker. So basically, somebody posted this question online. You know, at a restaurant, what's something that's an automatic? I'm not eating here. We need to leave. And these are some of the responses people put in.
All right.
All right. Number 1, people said blaring loud music and strange lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I've been to a place with strange lighting. Some are kind of low, some are kind of high. But yeah, if you're just jamming, like, man, I can't sit here and eat. It's just not comfortable.
Well, we can't have conversation.
Right.
Yeah, and like, you don't see it as much anymore. Not in Seattle. Seattle's not a nightclub town, right? But a lot of other towns are later night, and like they have clubs and stuff, but it's always like, oh, we have food too. I remember,
right.
Like we'll go in early, but it's still weird to be like in a booth at a club, like eating. Like, aren't we just supposed to be drinking and partying?
Mm-hmm.
So
You're not supposed to be hungry.
yeah, so I mean, like, right, if the music's blaring that loud, or sometimes even, I've just walked into like a neighborhood kind of place, and it's just one bartender, and it's like, dude, it's just you in here. Can we turn down the metal? Right. Like, I know you like it. Like, do you want any money?
Well, I go to a place, and I will not throw them under the bus because I enjoy their food. But they basically have the Lilith Fair channel on from a satellite.
Okay.
So it really is that genre and that era, but it does not go outside of it. So
you're just listening
to Sarah McLachlan. And then you're listening to Jewel. And then you're listening to Paula Cole. And it just rolls into that one summer of festival.
Yeah, yeah.
The lady and I, we have a spot that we hit every time that we go up to Vancouver. And the last time that we were up there, we went in there. And this is Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. A DJ sets up there. And this is not that big of a place.
Sunday at 1 p.m.
Sunday at 1 p.m. And he sets up and he just starts boom, 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 boom. Like, no, dude, I'm hungover. We can't do this right now.
Yeah, and even me, I'm going to backtrack a little bit on the family restaurant, because there is some family restaurants that are really good. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I don't know. To me...
Well, I would consider like a Sherry's, a family restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Bob's Big Boy.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel or...
Red Robin.
But see, Cracker Barrel
Bob
to me
Evans.
says more like comfort, home-style food.
Okay. To me, Red Robin is not a family restaurant. It is a family-friendly restaurant because there's also the bar with TV. So I don't have to go in there and eat with the kids. I can go there without the kids. saddle up to the bar and get hammered if I want.
Right. Family restaurant to me says we still have carpet in our dining room.
Yep. And
we
it's
don't
green.
serve liquor. The cups of soda and juice are small.
The tablecloths are plastic. And still wet from the sponge that we just cleaned it off.
The cups are all foggy and you can't get it out.
Yeah. There's like 5 people that work there, and they're all related.
And on the edge.
And you can tell. I'm just thinking of one restaurant, kind of up in what's that, like Thurmont, Maryland, or whatever, going up to Miles, you know that area.
Yeah.
Not quite up to Frederick. You're driving along, we'll stop here. And it's just like, ugh.
Oh, God. Yeah.
You ever stop in a restaurant just called Food?
No.
It's on the side of a road.
No.
I've
seen signs
that
that
just
says
says food.
Yeah.
It says like a big red sign. It says food.
Mealtime.
And you get up and you walk to the door and it's food. I thought they'd have a different name. It's called Food.
This one's pretty simple. Again, if it's a bar, it's your call. If it's a restaurant, no soap in the bathroom and no hint that it just ran out.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you run into that a lot. But I feel like at a restaurant, I find it a little more troubling only because you have cooks in there and all that kind of thing. At a bar, I'm like, dude, there's pee on the floor. You know what I mean? You just kind of go, my
That's
hands
what I'm
are
saying.
wet.
There's some dirt bad places I will go drink in. But I don't even know if they serve food.
Close second, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but how long since you guys have seen that, powdered soap?
Oh, God, powdered soap.
Oh, yeah. You get way out there, man.
That was in the days of the cloth.
Yeah.
You pulled down with 2 hands.
And it's already wet from the person who washed their hands before you.
Now, Thrill will know this. I think most people, they don't recognize it for what it is, but you will smell it. The smell of a dirty grease trap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
It is just so bad. You're like, oh. Again, we're reading a list of automatic. I'm not eating here.
I think if anything smells when
That's
you walk in.
Miles, that's next on the list. Any bad smell.
All right, okay.
Yeah, any bad smell, for sure.
Sometimes you might walk into a place that says doesn't open till lunch, or you get there very early. You might smell like chlorine because they've just been cleaned, and you go, all right, that makes sense.
I was just about to ask, does bleach count? Because I understand it means that they just recently cleaned, but then there was a spot at our old building that no matter what time of day you walked in there was just that bleach smell. I loved eating there, but it always made me a little nervous that it just always had this bleach smell.
I'm trying to think of where you're.
It was the teriyaki joint. That's
well, of course.
Well, they needed
that was on the list of dirtiest places.
Yeah.
Right.
Third dirtiest
on the
place.
cover.
You're almost happy to smell bleach when you walk in.
Thank God.
Next on the list, we have the cook walks out of the bathroom with an apron on.
Yeah.
So you lifted up the apron.
Yeah,
just pop it off before you go to the bathroom.
That apron.
Nobody needs, and at that point, not everybody knows who the cook is.
That's funny. They're walking out with the apron on. Oh, no, I didn't pee. I pooped. Oh, better. Apron was in front. Yeah.
Now this one, granted, these are other people's opinions. I don't always agree with this one. Frankly, I love the example they use, but they go a massive menu that's all over the place. Even the Cheesecake Factory. I'm a big fan.
Well, I've never had a bad meal there. I mean, I get what you're saying about too much on the menu, and it's hard to make a decision.
But it's hard to make a decision, but I'm not disappointed with what I get there. And also, I know I'm going to get their buttered chicken.
And you know what? If you have a bunch of people who like a bunch of different things, that no one can decide on anything, that is your ideal call.
I don't know when all the Cheesecake Factory hate started. I remember first week, I always thought of it as kind of high end.
And you get cheesecake.
Yeah, and you get cheesecake, yeah.
I like this. These reasons people don't want to eat there. No prices on the menu or no menus at all, just a QR code.
I hate that. I seriously effing hate that.
I don't mind the QR code.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
really. Now, it's not something like, the menus are dirty. It's I just don't mind it. It's less work for everybody involved, because then you have the menu sitting there on your table. I just don't mind the QR code, but not the prices kills me.
We know someone very well who refuses to eat at a restaurant where there are pictures of the food on the menu.
Yes.
So the plastic, which I enjoy.
Picture like Denny's, right? So
yeah, you see the eggs,
order a fried egg.
That comes up a lot.
What as far as just
that is one I've heard before. People are like, I don't eat at restaurants with pictures of the food on there. It's like, well, first of all, I know what kind of restaurant I'm in.
Yeah.
Now, I've been to some places that have pictures of the food on there, and it absolutely sucked. It was horrible. But there's a lot of bars and restaurants I like that have pictures of food on there.
I would prefer that for breakfast every time.
Breakfast
specific.
Maybe.
I don't mind seeing that.
Because I always thought this,
that
too.
looks good.
I feel like when you go to one of these exotic places that the guy you're talking about, Miles, that he would try to take us, you need to have pictures of your goddamn food.
I don't know what the hell this is.
I don't know what it is. I don't need a picture of a fried egg, Denny's. I know what a fried egg, but it's like fried eggs.
Look, I go to an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't speak Italian, nor can I read. I can speak a little, but it's cuss words. Or when I'm looking down there, I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Well, look, if you're an Italian restaurant that is written in Italian in America, like, right, it's not going to have pictures of food. Right. And also, you're going to pay way too much for
spaghetti.
Yeah. But I didn't even know that I ordered spaghetti.
Yeah, so I thought I got the lasagna.
Everything's spaghetti, Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Trust me, I dated a girl that was like that. I don't like you to places that have pictures on the menu. I'll be dead honest. Not that I like them. A lot of places I really love. If it's a Saturday afternoon, I want to go to a place that is pictured, right? Right. It's like you probably have decent chicken wings, might have a good sandwich or two.
They gotta have a good sandwich.
Yeah, like let's hang out.
I want to know what I'm getting into.
Buffalo Wild Wings, pictures on the menu.
Bam.
It's a picture of the wings.
And look,
it's Red Robin, pictures of the food.
Right. And Red Robin, it's like they're highlighting a burger.
Yes.
I'd go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Now, I fathom what an appetizer sampler is, but I like to see the picture.
Look at that thing.
Because that picture makes your mouth water.
Same with Hooters.
Well, and you're also going to grade it.
I know what a pitcher of beer looks like, but you have a picture of beer.
But now I really want that beer.
Now I want a picture of beer.
Right. But the thing is that if you want a club sandwich and then they have the picture of the club and it's like, well, that thing's lame. Like, you know that you don't want it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Or if you see what kind of fries they serve. There's all kinds of reasons.
Yeah, crinkle cut. I'm like,
if I see steak fries, I'm out.
All right, lots of flies buzzing around the table in the kitchen. That's hey, I don't want to eat here.
What about the little gnats, the little fruit flies that tend to just kind of hover?
If you're sitting at the
catch
bar,
them in your hand.
If you're sitting at the bar, I don't mind it as much.
Because they have fruit juice.
And the liquor that's why they put the tops on the liquor overnight, because a lot of them have a lot of sugar. So, I mean, even if you go to a very nice, good sports bar or whatever, like sometimes that's just going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Now, if I'm in the dining room and there's fruit flies, I'm going to be like, what the hell's going on
You ever been to a place that had like a fly paper that was hanging in the bathroom?
Yes. Or just from the ceiling in the dining area.
Yeah, that's even worse, dude.
I mean, I have seen that before.
Why is that worse?
That's a move. Can I get that?
Make it into a patty.
I like this one. Any restaurant that posts semi-permanent excuses on their front door, like, we're understaffed or no one wants to work anymore. It shows the place can't run a business or doesn't treat their employees well enough to stick around.
Yeah, there's one spot that we've hit a few times, and it's like, we don't, sorry, our Apple Pay is broken. Like, it's been broken for months.
Right, so just get rid of Apple
Pay.
Just say we don't have Apple Pay.
We don't accept Apple Pay.
Right.
Okay. Right, but if you have one of those signs, nobody wants to work anymore, it's like, well, you're probably a D. Yeah. Nobody wants to work for you. Like, right. You're not the only pizzeria in town. Right? And you're a douche. Right, I don't care how small the town is. There's 2 pizza places.
Right. The non-douchey one and yours.
It's a Pizza Hut and Domino's. These are automatic, I'm not eating here. The TVs are playing the news, especially anything politics related.
Yeah. I wish they would get rid of that at the airport, man.
Why is it always on the news at the airport?
Just put on some sports.
But then if you sit at one of the bars or restaurants, they'll have sports on.
Yeah, but when you're just out there waiting at your gate, and because the news is never good.
No.
That's the thing. Even if it's not politics, right? People get all wound up about that. But even if it's not politics, if it's on the news, nothing good happens.
No.
Yeah.
Same with a gym.
Or do they put on news at the gym?
Yes. Turn that crap on. Put on ESPN.
Something.
Yeah, I would say too. Everybody, to each their own. I don't care what side you're on, but if you are very strong political posters, I tend to be like, I don't know if I want to go here.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. There's children running around and screaming.
Yeah.
That takes me back to the family restaurant.
Yes, it does. I was going to say
that seems acceptable
because you know it because it's right there on the sign. Right. It tells you. Like if you go to a family resort, if you go on vacation. Yeah. You know there's going to be a kid's pool, or the kids are going to occupy most of the pool.
Sure.
Well, it's kind of like what Thrill was saying earlier about Red Robin. Like, I wouldn't call that a family restaurant. It's family friendly. But I feel like at a Red Robin, you would correct a kid and be like, come on, right? Like, we're in a restaurant. Have a
Keep
little
your kids together.
You're a Great Wolf Lodge. Know.
But if you're at a family restaurant, again, I hate to keep harping on this with carpeting on the floor.
That's why the carpet's there.
Go crazy, kid. Get a rug burn. Poor hygiene from workers, including being visibly sick.
Well, yeah, if you're visibly sick, that's even worse. But, man, there are some kind of grody people. Like, I remember having a wait person walk up to the table. Maybe the third time they came by, I realized how dirty their fingernails were. And I don't know why, but I'm just like, dude, he's handing... come on, man. It's just gross.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can go the other way, too. Like, I have...
What? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Dinosaur pee right there, Ted.
I'm still just fighting this cold, man, and my throat has been so sore. So it's like when I got to do a whole segment, it gets really dried out. I don't know, other people I've been with, we've been to a sports bar that is very fetching, attractive bartenders. It was hard.
It's like too distracting?
Yeah, like I had to turn my head to order. Last on the list, Gordon Ramsay's in there filming.
Jesus.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Coming up at 5:07, we will drink it toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
I'm Anna Garcia with True Crime News, the podcast. Every crime tells a story. Every story demands justice. True Crime News, the podcast, covers breaking crimes, investigating high-profile and under-the-radar cases. Every week, we dive beyond the headlines, exploring the effects of violent crimes on victims and search for justice. We hope you join us as your weekly source for true crime news. Listen to and follow True Crime News, the podcast, on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You hear that, America? The mountain is calling. Calling you on this cloudy Tuesday morning with a very important message.
Get off your ass.
So grab an ice cold Mountain Dew, some friends, and do something you'll enjoy even more than the pop culture convos you're consuming. The mountain is calling. Answer. Do the do.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up at 5:07, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. The average weight loss goal of people is, what do you guys think? If somebody is trying to lose weight, about
10 pounds.
10 pounds?
I think that's a good start.
50?
If you can do that, you've done well.
The average goal is 29.
29.
That's a pretty lofty goal.
That's
because that's
pretty
the
significant.
average. I mean, some people are saying 50.
Right, exactly. Some people are saying 50. Some people are going beyond. Other people want to lose like 3. So there's your average.
I think it depends on your starting weight.
Absolutely.
And if it's 300 pounds, you can say 50. You're right, I get it.
And what it is that you're looking at. Are you trying to fit down to the next size because, there's an outfit that you're trying to get into? Or is it like, I need to get my life in order, I need to get myself healthier?
Sure.
Turn things around there. Miller High Life is releasing a new fragrance called Barfume.
Now, have you heard about this stuff?
It smells like a dive bar.
It does, but apparently it's got more of a musky,
smoky
Stetson scent to it. Every review I've read about people said, like, okay, we thought this was a joke. I would wear this.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone said it smelled like the old soap on a rope.
Okay, I vaguely remember that.
Like
got a leathery kind of a, just a
Is that
musky,
Latigo?
like a man smell, like musk.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Okay.
You ever seen your girlfriend throwing a dip? This is the cologne for you.
That's
Before you guys start making out?
Yeah.
Hang on, man.
Minty.
She a horse girl, but just works in the barn? This is the scent for you.
This is the one for you there, cowboy.
Right. She exists solely on beef jerky.
Beef jerky and Kodiak.
And Schmitz.
If you could throw a frisbee into her cleavage, this is the one for you.
She hates this new country. It's for peas.
That's right. Hank Williams or nothing.
Tell you what, though, she got a hell of a right hook on her.
That's a fact. She can bend a horseshoe with one hand.
And delivers her own babies.
Barfume.
She just takes a couple of fingerless gloves and does her magic. And there's my son.
Doesn't need a belt to keep pants on.
Right. Doesn't own a dress.
No, she keeps the belt from beating.
Oh, mercy. There's a new article out that says blowing your nose the wrong way could exacerbate your cold symptoms.
What is the wrong way?
Jesus, we could use it in here.
I think it's basically like bearing down on it. They go into detail about the proper way to blow your nose. It's like, I got like 2 Bear Grabs in and went, screw it. If I got to blow my nose, I'm blowing my doggone nose.
Just blow your nose. Has anyone died because we're blowing our nose goes as long. Is this really a thing?
You break a rib sneezing, but yeah.
Right. And that's kind of in the same vein. When you really bear down and really try to get it out of there because it's snotty and gunked up, like, you're going to tear some stuff open when you're doing it. There's sensitive tissue in there.
Sure.
That's why it bleeds when the weather changes.
You just want the booger out.
That's right. Yeah. Or you're in the shower just trying to blow snot rockets.
God, that is one of the most annoying things. It's just, there's just that booger in there that completely shuts off that entire nostril. And no matter how hard you blow, it's just like, I'm not moving.
There's also the one that just sits there and it's kind of like the swinging saloon
Every
door.
time you inhale and exhale,
and
it's your nose is tickling, and it's just out of reach of your finger.
Yeah. The holidays are fast approaching, and it's the time of the year that most of us go to see our families, and that includes our own Miles Montgomery. You've actually got a pretty exotic trip that you got planned, if you're not mistaken. But while some people are going home to Maryland, or they're going to Baltimore, they're going to Rochester or Houston, or some of us are just going home to Enumclaw. Miles, you're going someplace a little bit more dangerous, but don't worry, we've got you covered.
Great.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
The top 10 causes of death in South Africa.
Nice. What an ass.
Here's a cheery story for the holiday season. They weigh between 3,500 and 6,000 pounds. Their canine teeth reach up to 20 inches long and are mainly used for combat. They can grow to 16 feet in length and over 5 feet tall at the shoulders. Carol Kirkin found this out the hard way when she was unwittingly attacked, mauled, and killed while on safari. Turns out the river horse, or hippopotamus, strongly defends its territory. Just imagine that thing coming after a third-string punter on the gridiron. Nice knowing you, Miles.
What did you say you found out today about your boat?
Well, they have a tour that you take, and you go and see Victoria Falls.
How fun!
So, like the boats that pull up in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
So you get as close as you can, but you turn around. So they have this giant ferry. But apparently, they overbooked the ferry. So we're taking a smaller kind of pontoon boat.
Oh, very good.
With,
so when the gators breach,
just a couple of us,
You're like a vending machine.
This fall is taller twice than Niagara Falls.
You're like that little canister of like coffee sticks that sits next to the pot on Christmas Day.
No real where
pull one out.
Can't really hide from the mist and everything. You know what I mean? You're just kind of exposed.
So these are the top causes of death in South Africa. And
This takes a while, too, man. You're going to be on that boat for a long time.
I know that. All day.
These are actual census numbers that were taken. Now, from a few years ago, so good news is some things may have changed in the time.
May have, okay.
But the number 10 one is diseases. I'm going to screw up a lot of these names. Diseases of the genitourinary system. Genitourinary system.
So basically, you're downstairs.
Correct. 9,500 people in that year died of genitourinary systems. You've got urinary schistosomiasis. You've got urinary tract infections, genital tuberculosis.
Genital tuberculosis?
That's right. Something's going to happen to my penis.
That's right. Your penis is going to turn into Doc Holliday.
Genital tuberculosis.
Other diseases include kidney failure, chronic glomerulonephritis, hypertensive nephropathy, diabetic nephropathy, chronic obstructive uropathy, and hereditary nephropathies. That's a lot of words.
Once I get one, I'll look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many of these, I wonder, have you been inoculated for, Miles? Let's find out here. Number 9, diseases of the blood and immune mechanism.
Okay, all right.
10,400 people died in this particular year because of blood and immune mechanism diseases like malaria.
I have pills for that.
Sickle cell.
I have to worry about that more than Miles.
Hemolytic anemia.
Blood poisoning? Is that what that is?
Disorder where the body destroys red blood cells faster than they can be made, which can impair the body's functioning.
Okay. Jesus.
Autoimmune diseases. Marburg virus disease, MVD. A severe and often fatal illness that with a case fatality rate of around 50%.
Oh, sweet.
I see.
You're saying there's a chance.
You get that. It's 50-50?
It's transmitted to people from fruit bats and spreads amongst other humans through human-to-human transmission.
I don't hang out with their kind.
You know what, though? Aren't bats attracted to hair?
Oh, they could.
Yeah, totally.
Really?
Nice and safe
They're
place
attracted
to
to
live.
hair.
Yeah.
Bats?
Why? Who's the only one in here not bald?
That's why I'm wearing a do-rag.
I know. your Africa-approved hat.
Yeah.
Diseases of the digestive system, 11,500 deaths.
I can believe that.
That's the one.
They include cirrhosis, upper digestive system diseases, appendicitis, inflammatory bowel disease, vascular intestinal disorders, gallbladder and biliary diseases, pancreatitis, and other digestive diseases. Risk factors: smoking, alcohol abuse, drug use, and high body mass index. They're risk factors for all these.
I've never done any of that.
Well, you don't have a high BMI, so you should be okay.
You're doing
did you hear about the diseases going around Congo right now?
Yeah, I read it this morning.
Oh, God. If you get anywhere near one of the dead bodies, more than likely you're going to get it and die.
They're not quite sure what it is.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
No kidding. This is just
obviously, we read this morning. So
you can't control that any longer.
No. Oh, God. These are the 10 leading causes of death in South Africa. Number 7, endocrine, nutritional, and metabolic diseases. 31,500 deaths.
That's a lot.
Diabetes, mellitus, hypertension, iodine deficiency disorders, vitamin D deficiency, osteoporosis.
How do you have a vitamin D deficiency in a sunny part of the world? Mm-hmm. That's weird.
We got to avoid the sun.
But no, they're saying if you live in South Africa.
Right.
How do you have a vitamin D deficiency?
You have to wear specific clothing that's like UV protective because it's too damn much.
Yes, correct.
Like that's an overload.
There's other ways to get vitamin D besides sun, right?
Yeah, I'm sure milk. I don't know.
I mean, I take a pill every day.
There you go.
2,000 IU, whatever it is.
You got no reason to worry about these ones, Miles.
You might want to stop, dude. Or no, up it.
Maybe. Boost. Just because I live here.
No reason to worry, Miles.
I
number
still think you're
6
to get bit by a bat.
is respiratory diseases. 42,000 people. This wide classification includes influenza, respiratory
a flu shot.
syncytial virus or RSV, acute nasopharyngitis, influenza with pneumonia, influenza with other respiratory manifestations, and influenza with other features. Fun. Neoplasms. You ever heard of neoplasms?
I have not.
They're tumors, basically.
Ooh.
Let's see. Minor salivary gland tumors. A study of minor salivary gland tumors in South Africa found that 57% were benign and 43% were malignant. Most common types of tumors were pleomorphic adenoma. Yeah, I'm gonna screw those up. Cervical neoplasia lesions. Yeah, you're good on those. This is the 10 leading causes of death in South Africa. Number 4, external causes of morbidity and mortality. 51,000 people. Just outside influences.
What does that mean?
Like murder?
So external causes of death in South Africa include accidents, violence, environmental events. A 2008 study of platinum miners, the most common external causes of death were road traffic accidents, homicide, and occupational injuries.
Okay.
Oh, no. I mean, every picture I've seen of my daughter, she's in the back of a pickup truck.
No,
so I'm not shocked.
It's like a straight out of the 50s.
Is that just how you get around?
Yeah.
I mean,
there's only 2 people in the front.
Right.
But she doesn't live in South Africa.
There's 35 in the back. She's in Namibia.
Right, so I feel like she's in a smaller, less populated place.
Yeah, very much.
I'd be like, South Africa's got to have a ton of cars.
Yeah.
In the big cities, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be more worried about getting robbed or kidnapped than falling out of a truck, dude.
And how did Ted die? He fell out of the damn truck.
I'm not going there. I'm not
staying the hell away. Number 3, I love this. Unclassified causes.
Oh,
60,000 deaths where basically the symptoms and signs were not elsewhere classified.
So 60,000 people died. Yeah.
Is this just 1 year?
Good enough. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is a single year. 60,000 people.
Just
they were
a number.
Nah, is what it is.
And I think it was a low year.
I'm still going this previous year, yes.
Of course, yes.
Not in 2020.
Oh, yeah. The numbers this year jumped.
Number 2. They jumped up here at number 2. 78,000 people died of infectious and parasitic diseases. Diarrhea, malaria, tick bite fever.
Oh, yeah. You got to really look out for the ticks.
Human African trypanosomiasis, or HAT, H-A-T. It's also known as the sleeping sickness. It's the disease that is generally fatal without treatment. They include fever, headache, enlarged lymph nodes, joint pains, itching, behavior changes, confusion, sensory disturbances, poor coordination, sleep cycle disturbance.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Why do they call it the sleeping? What'd you call it? The sleeping?
The sleeping sickness.
To me, that would be like nothing works, and you're just like, I don't know, I'm just really tired, and then you don't wake up.
I think it's just straight up shut down. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of dangerous stuff there, huh?
Ectoparasites.
Like worms?
Horn flies, face flies, horse flies, cattle grubs, lice, ticks, and mice.
Jesus.
They can cause discomfort to livestock, which can lead to weight loss, production losses, immune suppression, disease, and more mortality.
With, like, insects and stuff, is there any, like, if I live there, would I be more
immune to it?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's, like, do animals work that way? Like American mosquitoes, I'm fine. But if you come from another country, it's like, Jesus, I got bit by an American mosquito.
Right. Yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm asking, does it make a difference?
And I know mosquitoes love me.
It might, Ted. I'm not sure.
But you got to
think that through our lives we built the immunities.
But I guess it depends what's going through animals, because the mosquitoes are biting them as well. So if the cow's infected with whatever, and mosquito bites your ass 2 hours later, and you get what that cow had, right? So I think that's a lot of it.
And then the number one leading cause of death in South Africa, lack of drum rolls, 82,000 people. Not unlike here, cardiovascular disease.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're fine with that. That you're immune to.
Dude, you're good. No worries. So there you go, Mike.
I'm from America, man. We do that.
Just things to be aware of there. Police in Florida found a naked man inside of an elementary school, but that's not all they found, Miles.
What else did they find?
Tell all about it at 5:50.
Thanks, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK. All right, we made it to drinking time.
Eat, save, and be merry with low prices and same-day delivery from Amazon Fresh. Whether you're looking for sweet deals on holiday treats or your dream gingerbread house, outshine the tree with holiday deals delivered right to your doorstep. Prime members save even more with deals on thousands of grocery items and up to 50% off on weekly favorites. Celebrate the holiday season with savings and same-day delivery from Amazon Fresh.
Connect directly, bid confidently. At Purple Wave Auction, transparency is key. With no reserves and no hidden surprises, you're connected directly to sellers so you can inspect and bid on quality equipment with confidence. Whether you're looking for ag, construction, or fleet equipment, we're here to ensure a clear, hassle-free experience. Register today at purplewave.com and start bidding with peace of mind. Purple Wave Auction, the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
Do you know the number one thing that surprises engaged couples? Take a guess. The sheer amount of decisions they have to make while planning a wedding. Indoors or outdoors? How many guests? Are kids invited? Controversial. Which cake flavor? Seriously, how do you even begin to figure out what's right for you? That's where Zola comes in. Zola has everything you need to make every wedding decision a piece of cake. From choosing your dream wedding venue and vendors to deciding how to best spend your budget. With tons of customizable wedding websites, save the dates, and invites, every detail will feel like you. Zola will even help you choose the gifts, experiences, and cash funds you really want. The next thing you know, you've planned your whole wedding all in one place. From getting engaged to getting married, Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk. And Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 30-year-old Vanessa Guerrera of Mankato, Minnesota. Now, Vanessa stole the van, and then later she sold the van for scrap at a local salvage yard. After a very short investigation, police were able to link the crime to her. Now, when they contacted her, Vanessa, obviously, she denied knowing anything about it, stating that, yeah, I sold the van for scrap, but she didn't know it was stolen. Now, the problem was they had some pretty good evidence. And it's not that they had photographic evidence. She didn't leave her fingerprints at the scene or anything like that. The cops got a hold of her personal journal where she wrote, and I quote, totally stole a car today.
That's totally.
And that was the exact quote, totally stole a car today. So the cops presented her with that, and then she kind of fessed up.
I mean, kind of got him dead in the rights.
I mean, look, usually I bitch about people on social media doing it. Like, why would you post your crime on social media? That's dumb. It is her personal journal. I don't know how the cops got a hold of it, but they're like, but this is yours. So, yeah.
I guess you're right. It's a personal journal.
So in theory, I don't know if she left it at the scene. I don't know, but they found it. They read that. It matched the date that the van was stolen. They're like, come on, man. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone now Profile This is played?
Oh, I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the Men's Room.
What's up, brother?
Hola! All right, Jack, you understand how this here game is played?
I do.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of three categories. Today, we offer you interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. We have Seriously, where you guess the petty conflict that led to extreme violence. And finally today, License to Spill, where you guess the substance that made the mess.
All right, let's go Seriously.
We go to Florida, where a 31-year-old woman, she was arrested for strong-arm robbery after she became hostile, both verbally and physically, after fast food workers failed to include something in her mobile pickup order. Mackenzie Keeling, she retrieved her grub from a Raising Cane in Clearwater, only to later to discover that she was missing something. Well, Keeling, she returned to the restaurant and spoke to the female manager, who provided Keeling with the missing items. However, the manager, one Tatiana Herbert, she declined Keeling's request that she be provided with extra merch in return for her, quote, wasting her time and gas. Well, after her bid was refused, Keeling became hostile both verbally and physically and began yelling in the eatery, disturbing both the staff and the customers. During her tirade, Keeling, they say, shot out her right hand with force and struck the manager in the leg. She then tried to tear off the victim's keys and her cane ID from a lanyard attached to her belt. Now, the entire stupid episode was witnessed by two Raising Cane employees and captured on closed-circuit television. She was arrested and booked into the county jail, from which she was released for $2,500 bond. Her lawyer entered a not guilty plea on her behalf, in spite of being on video doing exactly what I just shared with you. So the question is, what was the missing item that led to the overreaction madness? Was it dipping sauce? Was it chicken fingers? Was it French fries, or was it a chicken sandwich? Dipping sauce, chicken fingers, French fries, or a chicken sandwich? Have you had Raising Cane's?
I have not, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never eaten there either, but I thought they were famous for like some rolls or bread or something. You know?
So they're famous for, literally, they have chicken fingers. I think it's like a Texas toast, crinkle cut fries. And they don't serve like regular chicken or anything else. It's just tender.
You said they were crinkle cut?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going French fries in there, Jack.
But people love Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, because I know that I get upset when this happens, I'm going to say the dipping sauce, because everything else like is blasé without it, right? So they forget that a lot. I'm going to go dipping sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any of them up here yet. Massive in the South. I want to say they just got up to like Maryland, but
that's what I've heard, yes.
Honestly, as soon as you started this, I just wrote down simply cane sauce.
Cane sauce.
They're honestly, I think they might be almost more famous for that sauce.
Oh, really?
Than they are for the chicken tenders.
Okay. I don't know.
And like, yeah, people, I mean, I've seen people pay extra to get like soda cups full.
Good God.
Of cane. Well, yeah, we haven't had it.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Okay.
I can't judge. I have not had it.
Stop judging, dude.
Why did she assault the worker? Dipping sauce was missing, chicken strips, French fries, or a chicken sandwich? We'll find out next.
Roby, come on, you.
Come on.
Was a tease.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Category is Seriously on Profile. Let's try to guess the situation that caused the petty argument.
Yeah,
actually,
or the petty argument that caused the situation.
Major situation. We head down to Clearwater, Florida. A woman was arrested for strong-arm robbery after an item was missing from her Raising Cane order.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the dipping sauce, the chicken strips, French fries, or a chicken sandwich?
And Jack, that is the question we posed to you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery, who, after hearing that the fries are crinkle cut, and he has this abnormal obsession and odd belief, misdirected belief, that the crinkle cut fry is the superior cut of French fries, he went crinkle cut fries. No.
I would be mad if the fries were missing.
They are the superior cut.
What?
Thank you, Jack.
You agree with Miles on that, man?
If they're done right.
Oh, absolutely.
Like Shake Shack
they
has
have
them,
to
they're
be
great.
really nice and crispy, though.
I mean, look, I may have driven back to Raising Cane's and done all that because they included
You
my
guys
fries.
are thinking about crinkle cut. Your mom put them in the oven and baked them French fries, which are not the same.
I know, but listen, in fairly recent history, the fries I got with my meal, I did not expect it. They were crinkle cut. And while they were not as bad as I remember, they were inferior to the other.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm with you.
But Jack, in this case, you agreed with D. Ted Smith that it was the dip and sauce. Ted was so confident on this, he actually had it written down before I finished the frickin' story. And you'd be correct.
Yeah, dude. You can't watch if you watch college football, it's like how Chick-fil-A used to be, right? You'd always see the ads. I mean, Raising Cane's is just a massive deal. And people go on and on and on about that damn sauce.
I want to try that place. We found out recently, as of yesterday, do you know the Popeyes will deliver here?
Oh.
Well, I don't know if they do it themselves.
I do know that, but it's like a $15 delivery fee.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I've looked at it.
Because we were thinking about next week.
Yeah,
Like, man, why don't we just order some Popeyes for us?
Well, you guys feel free.
Okay. All right. Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
I'm going to keep a lozenge in, see if I get through this whole segment, Mike.
All right, you got this,
I do a little,
Well,
stuff
his
here.
nose is running. My nose is blown up all day.
Your throat is basically collapsing every 30 seconds.
Yeah, like I said, I just feel like, not every year, but I feel like post-Thanksgiving, you got a bunch of people inside homes.
Right.
Even, not just Thanksgiving, Friday I was hanging out with a group of people, Saturday a different group of people. It just happens. And them damn sick kids in the house.
Yeah, man. God almighty.
All right, your choices. The Jimmies?
Fallon and Kimmel.
Stephen Colbert? Tomlinson?
Taylor.
Seth Meyers.
Is it Ted?
Or Ted Smith?
Or is it?
Let it ride.
Is it Ted? Or is it late night?
That's right there. The title. These guys have teams of sounds and writers. Something come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Consistency in the cadence, Ted. It threw me off.
Because I said Tomlinson?
It says Myers. Like, it sounded like you were saying Ted Smith.
A mall in Los Angeles is charging $165 for kids to meet Santa. These kids are so rich, Santa asks for them for presents. Normally, if you're sitting on someone's lap that costs $150, you're not at the mall.
Seth Meyers.
Kimmel.
Fallon.
I saw that a shopping mall in Los Angeles is charging $165 for kids to meet Santa. Oh. Yeah, these kids are so rich, Santa asked them for presents. Normally, if sitting on someone's lap costs $165, you're not at the mall. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a hot tub without bubbles. Bubbles, get in here. Orcas have brought back a tradition from the 1980s that researchers still aren't sure why.
Parachute pants.
They wear a dead salmon on their head. Some believe it's because they're proud of the kill, but when reached for comments, the orca said, it's a thing called fashion.
I'm guessing you or Colbert.
I'll go Colbert.
Colbert.
Smith, damn it!
You're too proud of that one.
I was just seeing you bite my lip like, don't laugh.
The idea that an orca would be proud of killing a salmon would be like Ted walking and bragging that he killed a mouse. I mean, like, yeah, dude, you're huge. You had a hammer.
Good job.
Yeah. You like the dead mouse on my head? Mouse hat. According to a new study, crabs can feel pain when they are boiled alive. I wrote buried. According to a new study, crabs can feel pain when they are boiled alive. To conduct the study, scientists used a vigorous test technique known as thinking about it for a second.
Seth? Gotta be Seth.
Colbert.
According to a new study, crabs can feel pain when they are boiled alive. To conduct the study, scientists used a rigorous technique known as thinking about it for a second.
You know, if you bury them alive, they make the same noise.
Sadly, that's how you know the crabs are done.
In my family, we always stabbed them with an ice pick before we threw them in the steamer.
Yeah.
Never did that.
The FBI is investigating mysterious aircraft that keep appearing over New Jersey, or as they call them in New Jersey, UFOs.
Oh, God, I hope that's you.
Come on, Ted.
It's not.
The FBI is investigating mysterious aircrafts that keep appearing over New Jersey. Or as they call them in New Jersey, UFOs.
All right, I talked about
UFO
this.
ways.
Flying away.
All right. Oh, I'm visiting.
Did you see the videos of that?
Give me the
I have.
That orb ball thing?
I've seen.
That is weird.
I've seen some of the videos. They only show up at night, and they're the size of car. They're calling them drones.
All right.
But I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but even I was like, brother, that is not a...
What is that?
Yeah. It's either that or I'm worried it's a military attack from another country.
Yeah, let's hope it's a drone.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're just... Drones are massive. I'll tell you what, man. I'm not backing off of this. Self-driving cars, these robot dogs, they're arming drones. Like, I don't know, man. Just, I've seen the Terminator.
I mean, we're right there. Hey, did you see, I just read this yesterday. It's either Japan or China. I think it's China. They're two-legged robots. They have the ones that broke the running speed record.
All right.
It did not say how fast they ran, but the thing that killed me about it is they show a picture of it, and it's these two robots, right? They're wearing tennis shoes.
Yeah, what are they going to hurt their robot
I was like,
foot?
dude, it's a robot. I don't know that it needs tennis shoes, but hey, you do you.
Trying to avoid plantar issues.
I just hope we never get to the point where, like, Cletus, the mascot for Fox NFL.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, dude, I'm watching robot football now. They still hit. They can lead with the head as they don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I still watch human football.
Oh, somebody's going to get their head popped off. Ding.
So I talked about this a couple days ago. I didn't actually watch it yet. And then last night I got home and I said, you know what? I should give it a view. So on HBO, they have a Yacht Rock documentary.
Is that a documentary?
Yeah.
You know, I would
Get
never
it.
to resist it myself.
Get it.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it was pretty good. Well, when you think Yacht Rock, you think cheesy.
Of course.
All right? Now, listen, I did not listen to all this stuff back in the day. I know these bands, but I kind of knew them growing up as, like, I don't know, your parents listened to it, or
Sure.
it's background music, bless you, Mike, or it was on in, Pennies or Sears.
Right.
So I start You never shopped at Pennies? So I started watching this last night. First of all, the term yacht rock just comes from a group of dudes that were doing a comedy web series in 2005.
Really?
Yeah. We all use it, and they talked about it. They were like, look, we didn't have a lot of money. We would go to the, I guess they were in L.A., Amoeba Records.
Yeah, Amoeba Records.
And they said they had this dollar bin, and they kept pulling out these bands, and they were like, this is great music. We really like these guys. They kind of noticed that Michael McDonald shows up on everything.
A lot, yeah.
Right. And credit to Miles. I thought about you 5 times last night. So I'm like, Miles is for years talking about how him and his brother always do the Michael McDonald voice, like to each other.
I just got a message the other day. I'll save the next one.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Because he can call you and be like, it's your brother.
That's exactly what he does. You don't know me.
So, right. And I remember a few years ago going out to Western Maryland, Deep Creek Lake, and I was like, Jesus, every some of the songs, Michael McDonald, yada, yada, yada. So they start this web series, and people are like, oh, that's a good call. Now, all these guys involved, they also made up fake feuds.
Okay.
Right? Like, they made some of the guys kind of hate each other and this and that, but the guys involved really, the real singers really didn't have these feuds, but it was good for their web series. And they said it started picking up traction, and they're like, what was the one that went away? I guess XM radio.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's just Sirius. And they're like, well, XM comes out with a yacht rock channel. Yeah. And they're like, all right, like this is really catching on. And then you have all these tribute bands that kind of show up, right?
Sure.
I don't know if you call them tribute cover bands.
But they're like yacht rock, whatever, and they go to the review.
Right.
And they're huge, and they sell out. They're kind of like the Steel Panther without the comedic element. They're actually just playing these songs.
Right, so these guys are breaking it down, and then they also explain, I was saying this in the office, that they're like, yeah, there's certain elements you have to have. Now, granted, a lot of these guys are really good musicians, and they love jazz.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you can hear that influence.
So, like, the Eagles, they're like, they don't count. You could say the Eagles could be soft rock, but they're not yacht rock because their influences are more like
California country rock.
Country kind of rock.
Yeah.
That's just it. Even though they're from California, they're basically doing almost like a country rock.
Sure.
But then Steely Dan, who I did not realize how many Steely Dan songs I love.
All of them.
I did not realize their first album was like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
They were like, just the studio work, these two guys were psychos, right? In a good way. But they were like, you couldn't watch a sporting event without hearing, what's it, Asia or Aja?
Aja, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's the album from Steely Dan.
Correct. So then Steely Dan, like, they kind of come along, and then Christopher Cross is out there touring with...
We just learned that he financed his first album on weed sales.
And he wrote that song on acid.
Yeah.
Driving from Houston back up to Austin.
Right,
and I'm like,
wind.
I've done that drive. And I'm just like...
Not on acid. You'd have wrote something good.
Yeah. I was definitely not on acid. Did stop at a Buc-ee's. It's also funny is Christopher Cross, everybody thinks of him as a bitch.
What?
Right? He's like...
I would have said, like, a nice guy.
I've seen the T-shirt. Christopher Cross, a bitch.
Right. But he's selling weed in Austin.
Right.
He's writing songs on acid. But, like, this genre, and again, it was just a genre of music, but also it's like it's the 70s. So there's a lot of turmoil, right? In the country, you got stuff going on. These guys come out, and they're just like, oh, we can still be men, but, like, talk about stuff and like our feelings.
Right.
That's why Christopher Cross always gets people are like, it's like, no. And he dominated, Mike.
Yep.
He won 4 Grammys.
So did Hamilton, Joe Frank, and Reynolds doing the same crap.
Right. But Christopher Cross won 4 Grammys, right?
Song of the Year.
Song of the Year.
Album of the Year.
Album of the Year. Newcomer of the Year, and something else. Do you know which artist was so nobody had touched this record until like 2 or 3 years ago.
Beyonce or somebody. Taylor Swift.
She's in town tonight. Billie Eilish.
Really?
That's how long that stood.
Huh. Damn.
He's
the original Billie Eilish.
That's right. Barbara Streisand is backstage. He wins all these awards, and he's like, I'd really like to meet her. And she's so pissed that these guys are so popular. She goes, not tonight, honey.
Oh! I told you she's a... Sorry.
Yeah.
She visited a restaurant I worked at once, and she's more trouble than it's worth, and I've never liked her ever since.
So also on this documentary, you got Questlove from the, from the Roots.
Yeah.
You got some of the guys from De La Soul, and one of the guys from De La Soul, and they're just like, yeah, like, when, first of all, I'm skipping up to rap music. But then you got to keep in mind, now the 80s kind of hit.
Right.
Mid-80s, then it kind of drops off, and they're like, what are we doing? People are like, this is kind of, I don't know if we like this music. They're too soft. It's soft rock. Then videos show up. Thriller, which basically ends and these guys, look, they're not all good-looking guys, right? They're just dudes that make music. Michael McDonald, by the way, that little kid's right, voice of an angel. He's on everything, right? Like, you can't make a record without being like, Mike, you got to get on.
Right.
And he's doing it. Him and Kenny Loggins, they make one. Right. They make one song of the year. So then they don't talk to each other for like 2 years because they're like, software jinx, we don't mean to make a piece of crap. They pass each other on the street in L.A. and they go, all right, let's do one more. Do it. So they write what they think is going to be a crappy song. Wrong. Song of the year.
Damn.
Right?
Damn.
It's unreal.
Ted, you got to check out, there's footage of Christopher Cross performing early on when Fallon took over the Late Show, the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
And so he's going to do Ride Like the Wind. Because I think Jimmy Fallon requested that he do this. It's a setup. So the way the piano is positioned, it is behind where Christopher Cross is going to stand up and sing into the microphone.
And he has session musicians, so he knows he's not going to know every guy's playing with.
Yeah, I left that out. A lot of these dudes were session musicians, and finally those guys from Steely Dan were like, why don't you just hop in and start singing?
Right. So this guy is a session musician. He is on piano. And so the piano part in the original is Michael McDonald. He's doing all the high-end harmonies. He's doing all the vocalization and harmonization with Christopher Cross.
Such a long way to go.
Christopher Cross had not ever performed this within a handful of times, just by chance of Michael McDonald is around town on his tours or whatever, maybe, but that's not the norm. So Jimmy Fallon sneaks Michael McDonald into the studio, and he's got him hidden backstage in a dressing room. So when he starts playing, there's this long intro. And so the pianist tiptoes away and bolts back past the drum kit. Michael McDonald tiptoes back. And when Michael McDonald comes into where he's supposed to come in,
his singing part, right?
Christopher Cross does not know he's there, even though he's playing all the piano parts. And when he starts singing, it's almost like Christopher Cross jumps back, turns around, looks, and his mind is blown, and he just gives him a thumbs up, turns around, and keeps playing. It's one of those moments where you're like, oh, this is cool. This is very cool.
Well, Michael McDonald, too, he just has one of those voices that, like, a lot, I enjoyed. Like, a lot of the black dudes were just like, and black women were just like, look, when you hear his voice, it's soulful. Yeah. Right? You're just, like, they were saying they would listen to these records, and then when they would go buy them, they were like, oh, man, he's white.
Well, people got pissed when, what the hell is his name?
Bobby Cadwell?
Michael Bolton, all right?
Yeah.
When he started covering Motown. People are like, oh, come on, Michael Bolton. Michael McDonald, people are like, yeah, it's pretty good. Right?
Yeah, right. And then I was saying, like, then the video shows up, so these guys kind of get pushed off to the side. But Thriller, which is one of the greatest albums of all time, basically is a Steely Dan album. They end up hiring 3 of the 4 guys that were in that band to be the studio musicians.
And that was Quincy Jones who produced that.
Correct.
So I bet you Quincy said, man, I got the right musicians for what I'm looking for you to do. Damn.
It is wild. So I think it was Questlove that was like, look, the thing is, it's kind of soulful, right? It's not too hard, but it kind of makes you want to dance. He's like, it's the kind of music you could sit down and still dance to.
Right.
What was the name of that documentary? One more time, where can I find it?
HBO, Yacht Rock, a documentary.
Doc, D-O-C-K.
Right. Yeah, but it is awesome. It'll make you pumped. I'm going to go buy Steely Dan on vinyl now.
All right. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance, too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You hear that, America? The mountain is calling. Calling you on this cloudy Tuesday morning with a very important message.
Get off your ass.
So grab an ice cold Mountain Dew, some friends, and do something you'll enjoy even more than the pop culture convos you're consuming. The mountain is calling. Answer. Do the do.
I'm Anna Garcia with True Crime News, the podcast. Every crime tells a story. Every story demands justice. True Crime News, the podcast, covers breaking crimes, investigating high-profile and under-the-radar cases. Every week, we dive beyond the headlines, exploring the effects of violent crimes on victims and search for justice. We hope you join us as your weekly source for true crime news. Listen to and follow True Crime News, the podcast, on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my call.
All right, our top story, we go to Florida, where officers got a call about a naked man. They arrived on the scene, a local elementary school, in which people spotted him and quickly moved in to apprehend him. Thankfully, the man was respectful and pulled his clothes on upon seeing the officers closing in on him.
So they put their tasers away.
That's right. He did flee the scene and gave officers a fight as they took him into custody, managing to punch one of them in the face during the scuffle. Upon his arrest, they found out that he was actually a teacher at another school in the area and admitted that he's homeless and living in the classroom, to which he gained access through an unlocked window.
So wait a minute. He's not a teacher at that school.
Correct.
He's a teacher at a different school.
Correct.
Okay.
And he's homeless, and he found a window that was unlocked and slipped in and has been living there ever since. Let's see. They took him into custody and seized his belongings from the classroom, which included multiple sex toys, women's underwear, and a container with a green leafy substance inside.
I can't imagine what that is.
Most of us just call it weed. He's now facing several charges.
Green leafy substance.
Right? Like, I get it. You haven't confirmed that it's marijuana.
But you know it's marijuana.
You know it's marijuana. In other news, an urgent health warning has been issued in the UK. As we approach the holiday season, officials are well aware that young people are expected to consume increased levels of sweets, candies, and baked goods. but it appears that TikTok has once again threatened the health of millions. It's become increasingly popular for people to try candies and snacks from other countries around the world, taking video of the of them trying these different snacks and posting it on there for all to see. Let's see here. Capitalizing on that fact is local sweet shops who are adorning their shelves with all manner of imported goods, including candy shipped from the evil mecca of candy, the United States of America. Now, sure, it's nothing new to ship sweets overseas, but the underlying issue is that a lot of the candies and snacks that we love and consume here in the States, they're full of chemicals and ingredients that don't meet the health standards around the globe and are actually banned across the world.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. Which is why officials are urging youngsters and their parents to proceed with caution in the consumption of these caustic confections this holiday season.
You remember a couple of years ago, was it Scotland maybe, where they basically said about Subway sandwich shops, are like, based on our qualifications, your bread does not qualify as food.
Right. Food. Not just bread.
Food.
Yeah. That's why my buddy Ron meet me in Germany. He lives in Belfast, and I brought back a bunch of European chocolates. I mean, it's still Kit Kat and stuff like that.
Right.
But I just think the chocolate's better.
Sure.
Agreed. Because honestly, preservatives do change the taste. I understand why they do it. I fully understand why they did it. But it changes the taste.
Yeah, absolutely.
You go to a lot of these other countries, the food just tastes better.
Fresher.
Right.
You definitely notice that.
They throw plenty of it away, or maybe they figured out a way to maybe minimize losses.
Well, a lot of
waste.
So when I talked to a lot of Europeans, the one thing they said, we have grocery stores and all that, but that's not our culture. We go to the market, so you might buy 2 days worth of food. Most of it's fresh produce or fish or whatever. Our refrigerators are small, so we don't just store stuff. We eat what we buy.
Right.
That's the long and short of it.
That's what I try to do.
Yeah. I
go to the grocery store twice a week and just buy stuff for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Because if I buy for a whole week, then I'll waste food.
Exactly.
Because I'll go out one night or whatever the deal is.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the beer in Germany. They have purity laws.
Yeah.
So, you could drink a lot of liters of beer and not really be that hungover, if you're hungover at all, because it doesn't have all the additives to, the beer it's only good for a month?
Right.
Yeah.
But they drink all of it.
Yeah.
We go to Mexico for a sad story. A local actress sought to cleanse herself by taking part in a retreat which attendees consume something known as Cambo. It's a hallucinogenic substance that contains a poison frog, which causes consumers to experience, on top of other things, vomiting and bouts of diarrhea, which is thought to clear the system. Unfortunately, our actress had a negative reaction, causing her body to spasm, eventually leading to her death at a local Red Cross. Police are investigating the incident and are trying to locate the director of the retreat, who fled upon the actress's death.
Damn.
But
I feel like they'd be fairly easy to find. He's the guy that runs the retreat. Once you use the word retreat, okay, well, this is the guy that runs it.
Also, if you manage to kill a popular actress at your retreat, I don't blame the guy for getting the hell out of Dodge.
That's a good point.
Right. They'll find him again at some point.
Sure.
What did she just the venom that she's smoking have a heart attack or hit her head?
It just said that her body went into spasms. So I wonder if it didn't just seize her up.Maybe she might have had a seizure.
Yeah.
And it just took her out. I'm not positive. Didn't go into too much detail there, but it was not good. She was at least unconscious for a little while. They took her to a Red Cross, tried to get her help, just didn't work.
Damn.
Yeah. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth,
Thankfully, there's good news.
we go to Alberta, Canada, where we get a little backstory about a local celebrity. A young lady in the area had visited several dairy farms over a period of time, and something didn't quite sit right with her about the treatment of the animals at those particular farms. Not wanting to give up carnivorous style, the carnivorous lifestyle quite yet, she decided to instead to take on the task of raising her own livestock and implementing a little bit more TLC into their lives. But things took a turn when a steer that she had brought into her life, originally bought with the idea to raise and eventually slaughter the animal, she found that he was actually quite intelligent and observed some pet-like behaviors from him. Said that he had the intelligence of a horse and the sweetness of a dog.
All right.
Just an interesting animal there.
But a steer.
Yeah.
All right.
Eventually gaining the ability to saddle him and ride him like a horse, which is how he became known around the town, as she'd take regular trips into town to get herself some delicious coffee and donuts from the local Tim Hortons.
That's awesome. I would love to ride a steer to Dunkin'.
You didn't know that steer is telling all his animal friends, I'm only doing this so she doesn't slaughter me.
That's right.
Yeah.
As long as I stay useful.
Just being cool.
They already took the good part of me.
She's kind of heavy.
I still want to live, though.
I still miss him, man.
There's nothing left to give.
Why is he Elvis? Oh, hey, y'all.
Hey. I'm just a steer.
Lemonade. I'm just a steer. Cool, refreshing drink.
Men's Room Sports. So we got college basketball over on FS1 on the ESPN affiliates, Pro Ball on NBA Network. Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime between the Packers and the Lions is already underway, as is the game hosted by the New York Islanders as your Seattle Kraken look to ride the momentum from their win a couple days ago. That game underway over on ESPN Plus and Hulu. Rumor has it they're up 4-0 with 5 minutes left to go in the second.
Yeah.
Get it. That's what people on the ground are saying. As far as your weather, mainly cloudy skies again tonight with the temperatures dropping down to 39, and it's going to be a little warmer tomorrow. Looking at cloudy skies with a high of 51 with some periods of rain tomorrow night. And that is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
We made it to the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow for the return of Ted versus the FCC, the Terran Daily edition, and a Bad Choice Friday.
Yes, indeed, it's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please, do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.